The third verse. The third verse.
So we back. Our apologies for the actually Loyal and Aaron's apology.
We apologize for them.
Yeah, they apologized. I heard them.
Word up. Okay, so we're back. How's that sound? We better?
Yeah, let us know how we sound right now before we get into the. How's that sound? 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 How y'all? How
Check.
Does that sound right? Way better. Okay.
Does that sound better?
Okay, cool.
Are we good? Word up. Third Verse podcast, Third Verse morning show. I'm Justin Hunt with a Lupe Fiasco shirt on.
I'm Stat Quo with the same outfit I wear every day.
It's efficient.
It's efficient.
I think we're back.
George Jetson.
Yeah, exactly. So how was your weekend?
It was good, brother.
Yeah.
No complaints, my friend. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Just checking out everything that's going on in the world. Like I said, everybody coming over for the World Cup, seeing what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, the Japanese fans, I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah. With the trash bags.
Cleaning up after the game.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Americans?
No.
We would never do nothing like
Absolutely
that.
not.
That lets you know how the government over there have whipped those people into submission.
I think it's more than that. I think it's a cultural feeling of respect. I think that like what respect and honor is deeply embedded in their population as a people.
Yeah, I seen something where you can't talk on the phone on the train.
That makes sense.
Like public conversations is a no-no. Like you can't walk and text.
Well, that's how people feel about planes here. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people right before the plane comes off, they're like always just whispering, trying not to have a phone, have a conversation before they take off. But I think it's really honor. I think it's like they have a different definition of what respect and honor is. That's just ingrained. I took karate when I was a kid for like 3 weeks, but that's the thing that I remember more than anything else. That and the 5-block kata.
Wow. Yeah, all my Asian culture got to do with fried rice and chicken wing. And that one girl I dated in college named Susan. Shout out to Susan.
Shout out to Susan. That's what's up. Yeah, man. I had a tough weekend, intense tough weekend. But like I said before, I don't know if you guys heard me. I got my at least I applied for my passport, you know, at least I'll get it again. Got my car fixed, get that back, checking things off the to-do list. So it's good.
Yeah, man, you know, just a good weekend. The Knicks.
The Knicks. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy. I'm definitely happy for the organization.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the players. I'm really happy for Jalen Brunson. Second round pick.
Right.
I'm glad he won. I'm happy for Mike Brown. How many jobs did he get fired from? Sacramento Kings got rid of him. So many jobs. He's a really good coach. I'm glad he won. Hopefully now people will give him some longitude and latitude whenever he's actually losing a couple of games. Because the NBA, they get rid of you so fast. I still don't like some of the behavior of some of the fans. Of course, Spike Lee, some of the other guys, I'm happy for them that, you know, they know how to compose and act like they got some sense. I don't know if that went over some people's head on the internet because we put a clip up and these people was like, be careful if you come to New York, watch your back. Like, watch my back. Because I said I don't enjoy watching people beat up someone because they got a different jersey on, or I don't enjoy watching you guys throw eggs at a player as he's walking into his hotel. I got to watch my back when I go back to New York. It's crazy.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't want New York to win. I'm saying I don't like the fans' behavior, just like the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't like their fans' behavior either when they win. But I still like the Eagles team. They got a good team, good organization. The players, the coaches, they're not conducting themselves like that. It's just fanatics. I don't like fanatics, period, that take fandom to another level. It was this movie, I think, that came on. It was about like this fangirl. She was a fan of this one particular artist, and she started killing people she would track you down. If you said a negative comment online, she would find you and kill you because you said something about this artist. It was like a black did Funky Boy? I think Funky Boy did it.
I don't think I've seen this.
Yeah,
The only one I remember is the one with Wesley Snipes, fan, the baseball player.
It's like I can't stand that. Like you can be I'm a fan of Sade, I'm a fan of Anita Baker, I'm a fan of Eminem, I'm a fan of Jay-Z, I'm a fan of Kendrick Lamar, I'm a fan of Drake. But I'm a fan of a lot of things. I'm a fan of Third Verse. I'm a fan of Culture United. I'm a fan of DJ. There's a lot of things I'm fans of.
Right.
But I'm not gonna be acting and conducting myself like a maniac.
Right.
And putting my physically because someone else likes something else. That's the whole point. If everybody was the fan of your team, then what's the point of having a league?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I that's what I don't like. I don't like fanatical behavior in any situation. Even I'm a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
When I see some of the people acting crazy, it just turns me off to like, yo, what are we doing? Let's get some Japanese in us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And learn how to chill. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, well, one, I don't think people should be beat up for wearing the wrong jersey. You know, I think that's way too much. I think if you're going to be attacking fans for no reason other than that they support the other team, that's a problem. That's a real problem. I also think that it's always really funny to me whenever there's like a protest or something and people are like, why do they just keep messing up the city all the time? Well, people do this in every city in America after their team wins a championship.
Absolutely.
After Philly won that Super Bowl, Philly was messed up. You know what I'm saying? So I in a weird way, I think it's probably telling on its own that it doesn't seem that crazy when I see crazy fans. And I think that is part of what we have established as of utmost cultural importance in America. Like the fandom, the us versus them, the red team versus the blue team, the Knicks versus the Celtics, the Bulls versus the like all these rivalries, like that is so embedded into who we are. We're seeing it now in super fandom when it comes to artists. Okay, I'm a Nicki fan, I can't be a Cardi fan. You know what I mean? And so that binary is also something that is really embedded in who we are as a country. Right now, I don't think we're the only ones. All these South American countries, you know, killing soccer players if they miss a free kick. You know, those stories are old as time. But I think it's unique here because our entire existence here is basically binary. The choices we have is either this or that. And that adds to another level of fanaticism.
I remember the Lakers beat the Celtics and here in LA. And I remember leaving the game being so scared. As because I had to go to the studio. They won, but when I left out of the game and I got in my car, it was back when I was still driving. Boy, they was throwing like fire, like they was blowing shit up. And you know, so the Staples Center downtown LA, the studio at the time, we was working in Santa Monica. So I just remember being so scared driving through, leaving that Staples Center, got to the studio. Ron Artest came through. Dude had on his uniform. We made a whole song. Kobe came by. Kobe didn't rap though, but I wrote Ron Artest rap. Dre did the beat, did a whole like Lakers song. You know what I'm saying? Just sat in there all night like Ron Artest was a real rapper and shit. Dude didn't change clothes though. Bruh came in there with his Laker uniform. Didn't shower or nothing. I'm telling you, I could personally attest that Ron Artest did not take a shower that day or that night. We was in that motherfucker all night. That man had on the full uniform that he had on when he was playing. And me, Dre, or anybody wasn't gonna tell him shit because Ron is not a small human. And
right.
So yeah, that's what I remember about that. But it was scary leaving the Staples Center. And I think that was my second time meeting Kobe that night because he came through. He didn't stay long, but he stopped by.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was dope.
Ron Artest, you know, he has a music career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Ron's super solid, but if he play you a song, are you really gonna tell him that you don't like it? I'm not.
I mean, I wouldn't frame it that way.
I definitely didn't tell him that. I mean, I wrote it, so at the time I loved it.
Whatever
he was doing, I ain't care what it sounded like.
I'd probably ask him, you know, Are you thinking about doing anything else to this song?
Listen, all I kept thinking about is like, I was thinking about the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, my man's ain't gonna really take a shower. My man's got the full blown game, whatever it was, championship sweat all on him. Sitting in here, we writing this song.
Right.
We was at No Excuses Studio. It's a legitimate thing. It happened. So y'all know y'all be like, yeah, this really happened.
Yeah.
Kobe came through. Kobe actually showered. Kobe had on different clothes, but Ron, full blown sneakers, all that. Everything. And I'm like, damn.
He's actually one of the nicest guys I've met in entertainment.
Bruh, he changed his name to Meta World Peace.
World Peace, yeah.
That tell you that he definitely, when someone puts peace in their name, that means they're violent.
That means they need a whole psychological reimagining.
They have to have peace in their name so they can be reminded to not fuck you up off top.
Right.
Chill, Meta World Peace. Peace. Ew. I am peaceful. I am a peaceful man. That's why he was named that.
You know what the craziest part of the Malice in the Palace was to me?
What?
Malice in the Palace, this is 2006, I think, maybe 2005, when the Pacers beat up the Pistons fans. It turns into a crazy thing. Was the next morning, Ron Artest goes on the Today Show, and they keep asking him about the Malice in the Palace and beating up these fans. He's like, yeah. Check out my new album, True Warrior. My new album, True Warrior, is out now. You can go check this CD. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. He's like, yeah. I mean, he got in my face and everything, but True Warrior is out now. Make sure it's great rhymes, great beats. That let me know, okay, this is a different type of person.
Yeah, Ron Artest, man. Shout out to you, Ron. You probably don't remember that night. Well, you probably do, because you definitely did not. That's probably the longest you've had your uniform on.
I doubt it.
Life.
I doubt it. I think so.
No, we was in there till the morning.
I mean, what I'm saying is, I think that it was probably reflexive for him to just not shower and keep his uniform on.
Think about this. The game, let's say the game ended at 9 at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were there till the morning.
Wow.
You understand? We were there because he just didn't come in and we just started working on something. He came in, we celebrated, Lakers, we doing all that. You know what I mean? Then Dre put a beat on, then we started working. So it's like, this man had ample time. We had showers there.
That's crazy.
He didn't.
Were you in record one?
Now we was at No Excuses Studio.
No Excuses, right? Okay.
Which they remodeled now.
Okay.
And changed the whole name of it, but it was No Excuses at the time.
That's crazy. They might, I guess maybe.
Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't put it past Ron Artest for that to be a regular thing, though.
It was monumental.
Yeah.
It was big. Shout out to Ron Artest, man. Shout out to you, big dog, wherever you at, man. I'm
Word
sure
up.
you ain't in your uniform.
Word up.
The third person.
And we're back. So, biggest story of last week. A leaked track, Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, and Ray Vaughn called Boom. This track, I mean, it's a leak, so essentially it came out of nowhere, but there's a lot of excitement around it. It's the first time that I remember hearing Kendrick and Ray Vaughn on a song together. I've been waiting, like so many of us, for a new J-Rock album coming. Perhaps this is where this lives. Most of the discussion around the song Boom is people thinking that perhaps this was either for a GNX Deluxe or if this was a track that was supposed to be for GNX that just didn't make the cut. But thematically, it does feel like it's within the GNX wheelhouse. There's lines on there where it sounds like that make you feel like reincarnated, make you feel like some of the things he says on Whacked Out Murals, him being an old soul type things, how he's been connected to the greats of the past. That conversation is happening on there. The hook also is a nod to DMX. Here comes the boom. Here comes the boom. And so that's where the majority of that conversation is living right now. Punch actually tweeted that leaks a lot of times ruin good ideas.
Yeah.
So perhaps wherever the song is supposed to live hasn't been announced yet. Have you heard the song?
I heard the song, and Punch is absolutely correct. See, that song probably became the derivative of something else. It became like, okay, we're starting this, and then it's going to end up being this. I've written songs that the whole song idea maybe wasn't great, but a line in it became a record for another song or another part. So when you leak it, it kind of takes away from the impact of the song that comes out after that. I think the fan base are so thirsty and sometimes to want to put stuff out. That's why I'm just very sensitive about, like, when my song with Kendrick, you like, yeah, just give it to me. I'm just very sensitive about that.
Well, I was saying play it for us, the community.
Well, because the community would have recorded it and then it would have been out.
No, you're sure. You're right.
You know, so that's why I'm just very sensitive to it, because I don't know if Dot might have took a line from what he said in that song and said, okay, well, I'm saving this for this. You know, when you think about a song like Hey Ya, I think Andre said that was like a lot of years old before he put it out, maybe 7, 8 years. Now imagine if it had leaked or something leaked that sounded like it or whatever, it would have ruined us getting the finished version of what they actually created, him and John Fry. So I'm just very sensitive to that. But I was listening to it and I was like, man, when you get to a certain level of like a certain level MC shit, anytime you get on a record with somebody, they're trying to outperform or out-rap you. You know what I mean? Anytime. So it's like Kendrick has reached that level now where anytime somebody get on a record with him, it's like, oh, my verse got to be better than his. This is that competitive thing. And I was thinking about that because I was thinking of the song from Ray Vaughn's perspective. Because Ray Vaughn hasn't, you know, this is his opportunity to be on with one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Kendrick's part is short. Ray Vaughn came through, and I felt like I always heard DMX in J-Rock. Not necessarily the flow, but just the aggression, the some of the tone. I always felt that. So it's kind of like it was natural for him incorporating the DMX reference in there.
Yeah.
Not cadence, but just more like I don't know, just like damn near like dog on the track. That's why DMX, he's like, I'm a dog. J-Rock got that same type of, you feel that when he rapped, that same type of in his voice, you know? So, but yeah, cool track. I hate it wasn't released the way it was supposed to. I know they're very methodical about how they put things out at TDE and also at PG Lane. I don't know who did that. Shame on you for you taking this from these guys. They had a whole plan probably for that. You know, that might have been Ray Vaughn's go-to or what he thought was going to break him. Yeah. So shame on y'all.
Do you have an idea where the song was supposed to live?
I have not asked anybody. You know, since I started doing this heavy and I started talking shit, I don't ask anybody I'm cool with anything anymore. Because I know if I ask them something, it's subject for me to say it here. Plus, I just say what the fuck I want to say. So I don't be asking no questions. More, I just keep it all. I keep all my stuff now. Just like, what's up? How you doing? Everything cool? You know what I mean? I ain't getting deep. I don't want to, because I don't want to know. I'm gonna tell. I'm sitting next to you because you're gonna ask me, and I'm be like, yeah, you know, such and such album dropping this. You know what I mean? Oh, word.
I think you're really good at keeping what is most important to keep close to the best.
I'm very good at personal things. You know, I always told Top, if they did a real television, not just TDE, but if you all understood what went on behind the scenes with these people, it's more interesting than what you see. Some of the most what you would say put together artists that you would think that like got everything together are train wrecks. You know, when someone is like,
I mean, what's an example without naming an artist?
I'll give you an example of a situation. This has an artist got invited to a show and when he or she was at the show, because it could be a lady, not saying it's a man, thought he was intoxicated, went to the bathroom, used the bathroom, but it wasn't the bathroom. It was the artist that they were going to see, dressing room, peed in the boot as if it was a toilet. These are very put together people. It was not Zan, not saying that. Peed in the boot was that drunk. These are well put together people though. You see what I'm saying? This ain't just any artist either. I'm talking about, you know, Madonna status.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
So imagine you going to pee in Madonna boot when she about to go sing Like a Virgin. And the person that did it is probably one of the most upstanding artists that you'll ever see or come across.
Yeah.
But train wrecked and y'all don't even know it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so that's the type of stuff that shenanigans that happen that people like me, like I was a Ray Donovan type, you know, you have to, it's certain things that go on, like, and then with relationships, like if a woman's with a man and then they arguing, full blown fights, you know. I remember back when I was on tour, one of the acts got into it with that girl, full black eye, had to make up to put makeup on the face, you know what I'm saying, all that, you know. Not Eminem, y'all, so relax. I know y'all be like, is it him? Not Dre. I didn't go on tour with Dre, but I'm just saying this the type of stuff that be happening. Y'all don't see that what goes on. So a lot of the things that with these, you see somebody, you think, oh, it's all this, and then the behind the music come out 20 years later, you're like, what? Like Andre Agassi, who knew he was on meth?
I'm learning this now. Andre Agassi was on meth?
Yeah.
In the 90s?
Yes, bro.
They had meth in the 90s?
He had it. He was Andre Agassi was an addict.
Wow.
He was you never would have known that.
Right.
He was on drugs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know these people. It's a totally different person. So the better the music, the worse they are at doing normal things. This is a fact. If they make incredible music, they are terrible in real life or just at normal shit. Like Kendrick is the most normal artist that I've ever been around that can do normal shit. Like he's still normal, but he's incredibly introverted though. You know, that's his thing. Like he just be away, you know, I don't want to see the phone, no social media, nothing. He'll just be off of that shit, off of what he's doing. But you take Michael Jackson had a monkey, bro. Dude was different. He had sleepovers in his mid-30s with children. Now what was going on? Hey, I'm just saying, dude was different. Yeah. Prince, incredibly talented, but he wore the ass out pants. You know, he was a different cat. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna get all this intricate and in-depth music and they just not be different. Things going on in their brain. Dre's normal too. Dre normal, very normal. Like just cool, just a cool dude, just solid. He ain't got no different quirks that I've seen. M is normal. I mean, too normal actually, because he just want. I mean, I don't know what it is now, but nigga really eat Arby's. He's one of the first dudes that I knew that ate Arby's. Yeah. I used to always say, who was eating Arby's? Right. This nigga, roast beef sandwich.
I feel like it's a Midwest thing.
I'm like, who was eating this shit?
You had Arby's growing up in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, we never ate that.
We had one in Greenville. I promise you I went twice in 15 years.
Every time I seen it, I'm like, who's eating it? And then when I went on, I went on tour with an artist, and that was all at the truck stops. So I was trying to eat healthy, so I get a turkey sandwich from Arby's, not knowing their turkey sandwiches are infused with some kind of fat that make the sandwich 20,000 calories. I got fat as a house eating turkey sandwiches, thinking I'm eating better at Arby's.
Right.
Be careful with eating at Arby's, man. Arby's will put some weight on you.
They got the beef.
Man, oh man, I hate that. My youngest son, we got the meats. He used to always do that. I'm like, shut up. I hated that. I didn't tell him to shut up. I just didn't want to hear it. Terrible. Good slogan.
So there's a couple of theories around this Boom song, right? I mean, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, the conversation has been around whether or not this was on GNX. There's a lot of people who are speculating now, too, that this might be for the Mansa Musa soundtrack. And so that is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan's film that was announced that's about the African king who was the wealthiest man in history. And so the song itself thematically feels like it could fit in there at the same time. And I was looking around to see if there's any more information. And they announced this movie in 2024, The Hollywood Reporter did, that was developing. And then the last report that I saw was earlier this year. So there's no release date, for example. I haven't seen anything from, what the shoots are like. So perhaps there's actually an announcement coming that this was actually a part of.
I think Top Son named Musa, so I could see him probably wanting to be involved in that. And I know they had some deal they was doing over at Amazon. No, Top did some kind of deal because the guy that does the content, him Curtis is over there, and then this other dude, the dude that's like kind of like one of the head dudes of content, is from Compton too. So that's why the pop out was on Amazon, because dude is a Compton black dude, super cool too, like Ryan Coogler. When you hear him speak, you hear the Bay, LA, like he has not changed how he communicates. There's no cosplaying with him. He speaks the same way, you know, and that's how old boy is at work at Amazon. So I could definitely see something going on. I don't know why it's taking so long to make that movie, Musa. I mean, I think Elon Musk just passed him with the SpaceX release as far as wealth, that has had the most money. This is the richest man in history. The value that we put on having money, there's not been a movie about this guy. You know what I'm saying? And I think what it is, because it will contradict a lot of the stories that we've been taught growing up here in America, because it will have you believe that Africans weren't coming over before the slaves came over, but Africans was coming over this part of the world long before that, because Mansa Musa would take excursions off over to this area. That's why if you see the Aztecs, they have carvings on the walls, and even the natives that were here have carvings of the black men that they would come in contact with when they came over here. So that would contradict that. And then also that black dude that was a samurai, remember that the African that went, they should do a movie about that.
I think it'd be a great movie.
That'd be incredible.
But did you see the static that caused when they made a video game about it? They did Assassin's Creed based around this guy, and the way the internet is in 2026, they were not happy to see a black guy be the protagonist in a Japanese samurai film.
It's the same reason why certain things about the history of mankind can't be released, because people are so fixated on what they've been taught. You know, it's like adults crying. They found out that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Well, a lot of it too is just for control of information.
That's a fact.
You know, because Western civilization, we've grown up with this idea that white people did everything. Like, I was actually just reading a post in the elevator up here, and on Twitter, and the question was, what is a true fact that seems unbelievable? And this person responded with how in Tanzania, in like 300 AD, they were doing massive scale steel production. And so they were making steel up to 1600 degrees Celsius and all this stuff, you know, a century almost before Western civilization started doing it, or before Europe started doing it.
Exactly.
Right. There's a whole bunch of those things. I watched another one this weekend that was about the Native Americans, and this woman went in to Chat GPT and asked them to pull up pictures of, or Gemini asked them to pull up pictures of American Indians or indigenous people. And so all the pictures they put up were stock pictures. And so she ended up going through this rabbit hole, this deep dive, to figure out where these stock pictures came from. Well, they came from this one guy who was charged with documenting all of the indigenous people in America. And he was sponsored by JP Morgan. So he took 40,000 pictures of different indigenous people across the land, right? And at that point in time, you had JP Morgan and all these other different institutions who were sponsoring this to document this stuff. Now, all these people are very racist, right? And all these people at the same time were very cautious or very aware of the fact that they needed to separate the idea that Black people were also here. And so she goes through this rabbit hole, and at the end of it, she realized, you know, the point of the story is that a lot of what we think about when we think about just indigenous people is a manipulation and a bastardization of what it was really like. And then she shows the pictures of like the actual tribe that they were talking about, that not the stock photo images that come up when you search through Gemini, but the actual images of these people that were taken. They look like our grandmas, man. They look straight up like our grandmas. And so I think that's a big reason why we haven't seen the Mansa Musa movie yet.
Have you ever seen a picture of somebody from like the 1800s that looked just like you?
I haven't yet. No. Have you?
Well, I seen this thing on I think it was the Shade Room.
Yeah.
Where they took pictures of people that look like people of today. They had a Jay-Z looking dude. What I'm saying to you is it's a lot of stuff about our history that they hide from us.
Yeah.
It's something going on. I think there's only a certain amount of looks you can have. Like there's only so it's probably like a 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
But out of them 1,000, you gonna look this way. Everybody has what's a doppelganger?
Doppelganger, yeah.
Everybody got a doppelganger.
Have you ever met yours?
No, but
you ever seen someone?
Somebody said I look like. They be messing it up, but I'm not even gonna say it.
No, who they say? I told you they used to call me Trap Jaw, or he used to call me Trap Jaw. That never stuck.
Well, see, the difference between you is I am the antagonist here, or protagonist, whatever you want, however you want to put it.
Anti-hero
in this equation. So anything that I say about myself will be and shall be used against me in a court of public opinion. Right, whenever I say something, whenever I say something they don't like, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's how I know when I'm on point. Whenever somebody says something physically about me, when I first time I came on Coach United, and dude was like, "You look like a mechanic. Shut up and go get my car a tune-up, nigga." I was like, "Oh, shit.
You look like a mechanic."
Yeah, because I was bigger, so I'm like, "Oh, I gotta starve myself." So some dude said I look like some dude from this video game, Big Jacks or something.
Okay. From Mortal Kombat?
Some guy that I don't want to look like.
Okay.
From what's it called? What's the one?
Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, right.
Big Smoke.
Big Smoke, that's what they said.
I went to see who Big Smoke was. Meal prepping ever since. I listen to the fans, you know what I'm saying? I got the meal prep. Niggas, I look like Big Smoke. I don't want to look. Oh hell no! I don't want big in front of my name. Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to hate that when I went to the gym, like when we about to play basketball.
Yeah.
Because I'm not tall, so when you call me big, you're talking about my width.
Right.
I don't want to be big man. I don't want to be big man. I got the big man. Hey dog, I ain't big man. I don't want to be big man. I want to be little man. I got the skinny dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be big man. Fuck big man. That shit sucks. Because big to me is fat. I don't want to be fat. You know what I'm saying? So when dude said I seen over here that I was Big Smoke, meal prep time. Let's get it going. Veggies, meat. Veggies, meat. No carb.
That's what's up. Third verse.
The third verse.
Word up. Yo, thinking about that studio session with Kobe and Ron Artest and the stuff that you guys created that night. Have you ever been in the studio where you were intimidated, or when you were making a song and you were intimidated with who else was going to be on the track?
Not intimidated, but I was just like life-changing. So we did a song called My Syllables. Y'all can look it up on the line. And it was so I had done songs with 50 and M before. We did a song called Spend Some Time. But this song had Jay-Z and Dre on it. So it's Jay-Z, Dre, 50, M, me, and Cassius. I was definitely like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, normally I don't get like that. I don't be geeked up, but I'm like, oh, please let this come out. I think it leaked.
Yeah.
It never even came out. It's a leak that y'all can go listen to online. But at the time when we was making it, I thought my life was about to be. I was like, oh yes, I'm finna be out of here. Jay-Z,
yeah,
M,
yeah,
Dre and 50 on one song, bro, and then me. I didn't even. Me and Cassius did not belong on that song. I'm just keeping it real. Our verse was at the end. I think. Oh, maybe I was before 50. I don't know what it was, but we didn't. Basically, we didn't belong on that record. I'm just saying. And then when the last time you heard 50 and Jay-Z on a song together? Besides that commercial they did for St. Ives.
Yeah. That's really the one that stands out to me.
Exactly. So that's the only other time you see 50 and Jay-Z on a song together.
Were they in the studio together?
No, because 50 came in. Dre, all of us were together, and Jay-Z wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know when he did his verse, but he definitely did it. And rapping about, because the name of the song is My Syllable. Y'all can go it leaked, which is terrible.
Right.
Maybe it wouldn't have leaked, and I wouldn't be here today. I'd be at a stadium performing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the leaks did it again. But yeah,
who owns the leak? Does it tie back to Dre on YouTube?
I don't know. No, just people just put it up on their page, and I think there's.
You think it will get flagged if we try to play it?
I don't know. It's on YouTube. You can play it.
Can you look? Can you pull up My Syllables?
It's SYLAB, My Syllable.
Let's hear the song.
Yeah. Why are they looking for that? You think DJ gonna show up today?
No.
I'm gonna vote no as well.
I think DJ is a Thursday guy.
You think so?
I think that's what's gonna happen. What do you think?
I already hit no.
Huh?
I hit no already.
Let me vote too. Here we go.
I hit no already. What does it say?
It's 57% to 43% on the YouTube. It is.
DJ gonna surprise.
I'm not sure what. Aaron, what is it with the other widget? Okay. Well, people, if you're listening, DJ, people still believe in you. They believe in you, DJ.
I believe in him to do a lot of things. That's not show up on a Tuesday to drive.
That is starting to see the
pattern.
It started because of the pattern.
No, he
hasn't been here in like what, a month?
What
on Tuesday?
He would have came last 2 weeks. He was out of town.
Yeah. No, but I'm not saying he's like trying not to come. But I'm saying is he probably hasn't been here in a month, right? Maybe 3 weeks.
Did you find it?
Oh. All right. Well, I guess I can play from the phone then. You can share. You can share screen on.
You trying to get us flagged anyway?
I mean, I'm curious about how it would get flagged. I wonder where it goes. I mean, I guess it would go to wherever. It was a Detox song, right?
I don't know what the song was for. I just remember it coming out. I mean, being leaked.
Let's see. All right. If you guys come and try to watch this later and there is no chat replay, this is why.
Because it got flagged.
Right.
Anymore. It is not
about
about lyrics anymore.
You heard it
It's about a hot beat and a catchy hook.
If we gotta go down style and ABC it, and so we drive off in the Range Rover. Say where I go, they let a blank flow. Bang, bang, look at the way my chain glow. The ring on my finger, cause she ain't like fucking my busting my brain flow. Just the way the game go. Oh, it takes two to tango. You call it a lame flow, you bought the shit. I guess you to blame too. I just found the angle. No more reality flows. I'm trying to time my album dropping with a reality show. Dr. Mac 11 from the Hot 97 and call my publicist, tell her we impressed heaven. No one gives a shit except some kids that just got into sex.
Call my publicist and tell him we impressed heaven. I love it.
On the internet. So you want the chat room or the house in Malibu? And your emphasis is on the wrong side.
30's the new 20. Funny. Must mean 40's the new 30. Interesting. Because ever since then it's been in a sense an extension. We're better with rappers that are better than half of the shit coming out right now. It's all trash. Short just gonna turn out before it gets past. Jay said it's his last. Then 50 and them. Then what? Detox drops. What do we got then? So now our whole camp's is running around.
Let's hear that verse again real quick.
No.
They said Dre just fell the fuck off.
Stat quote.
Behind me playing, so you hear anyway. You don't hear what I'm saying. Ain't spending it, 50 just give me my check.
Stat quote.
On my way, Sunny Bunny money and funny. You ain't even listening.
My time was off that
money.
That's definitely your book.
But they said 50 saying too much and them got soft. And they said Dre just fell the fuck off. Fuck the fuck off. Saw y'all eat South, be mad, we back, fresh about the ball. Oh, new sell out of balls, eat ball, you fuck off. Yo house, yo bitch, I'm getting sucked.
How come you're not jamming to your joint? You should be jamming to your joint.
You know I'm uncomfortable.
For the gingerbread, we get it and get lost. Kiss me if you can, I'm running past while y'all walk. Shady made me forget.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cash.
Shout out to Cash, man. That's
I'm
what's up.
uncomfortable.
Huh?
Uncomfortable.
Why is it uncomfortable?
For sure uncomfortable. I don't know why that
That's
is.
a fire verse on the track with Hove, M50, Dre, Cassius.
So it's like I don't want to.
It's not a skippable verse. You did the thing. You were excited.
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But hey, shout out. It was a good moment.
Why is it uncomfortable? Why are you
I
uncomfortable?
don't know why. And probably people don't. I'm gonna admit something.
Okay.
Eminem wrote some of that verse.
Of yours?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he wrote some of that verse.
Wow. Okay.
So I know people. He wrote some of that verse.
Which part did he write?
Not cause I wanted him to.
Yeah.
It was more like this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And guess what I said? Yep.
Okay.
I had learned my lesson.
Yeah. Oh, so this was after.
This is after that.
Yeah.
I had messed up.
Yeah.
So yeah. I was like, oh, we're about to listen to what he has to say.
That's what's up. That's what's
He didn't
up.
write all of it, but he wrote some of it. Because you could tell, even listening to it, you hear the pocket of it. You know what I'm saying? Because he went in out of he got some of his pocket in there, and then some of 50 Caton's in there too. That's all you heard. That all that right there. But it was dope. It was a collaborative thing. That's why it's so weak when I hear people like, I can't write no raps. I've written for so many people. You gonna tell me I'm not a great writer because Eminem wrote a rhyme?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right.
What are you talking about? Am I not supposed to say it? So that's why I had no problem with saying that. Like going on record and hey man, yeah, what are we talking about? If you great, you great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think it's a secret that J-Rock wrote some like what's win. Yeah. I don't think that's not a secret, right?
Right.
Everybody knows that, right?
I mean, I knew that.
You knew that, right?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, he wrote that was
His hook.
His hook.
That was writing a lot of hooks for a lot of people.
Come on, so and I know y'all say writing the hooks don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like the hooks more if somebody write your hook to your hit, that's bigger than writing a verse, bro. Now
It's bigger from a pop standpoint and for perhaps the success of the song standpoint. But I don't think it's bigger from a quality of an MC standpoint.
Dog, Carisha's song, Spin That. What do we say on that song?
Spin that.
And all my scamming that shit. We don't know nothing about that verse, dog. Beat, hook. Even MCs, to be a great MC, that's why the greatest MCs are the greatest MCs. What if you found out if Eminem didn't write, I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady, all you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. That hook is incredible. He wrote that. For
me personally, it wouldn't mean as much because the verses is why I listen to the song.
So you listen to Jay-Z's New York because of the verses?
100%. Especially that lights is blinding, girls seem blinded.
That's more important than that hook?
For me, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. At the core of it, that's why I appreciate rap more than any other genre because of the words. I'm a words guy. They use more words in rap music.
That hook? No.
Great hook. But I could love the song if that hook wasn't that great.
Dog, imagine how Jay-Z felt when he got that beat and that hook.
He probably got his number one.
I know he was like, what? Thank you, God. No, two of his best songs, he didn't write the hook. And
yeah. Yeah.
I'm a hustler, babe.
Yeah.
And
it's a Hard Knock Life.
Hard Knock Life ain't write the hook either.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so you talk about somebody like Dot, Drake, writing the hooks. The hooks is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Great hook writers. T-Pain throughout history.
Wait, real quick before we move on, because I do want to talk about the great hook writers. Okay. But the hook is more difficult than the verse.
Yes, absolutely.
Break it down.
Because it's the most important part. Besides the beat, it's the most important part of the song. Remember that group, the Blues Travelers?
Yeah.
They wrote a very important record, and it's called "The Hook Brings You Back." I ain't telling you no lie. This, at the end of the day, I'm creating this music in order to bring the listener back into it. Okay. You take somebody like Cannabis, who's an incredible wordsmith. His problem was choruses. You take somebody like Black Thought. It's one of the greatest rappers of all time. But the biggest commercial record he had is "Not Worried About at the end of the day, we're creating music to be consumed by the masses, right? So that what I'm doing in these verses can come off as important. When you look at 50 Cent and somebody like even with Drake, what they do with their verses is their 50 more specifically, his verses sound like choruses because of how melodic they are and how the changing in the frequencies, right?
Okay. When
you're dealing with an artist that's rapping like this, it gets boring, and that doesn't intrigue the audience to come back. So you got 8 bars. A traditional hook is 8 bars long. You have 8 bars to create something that tells a story that is going to compel that audience to come back and listen to that song again. You know what I'm saying? So I've told this story before on here, but a writer I worked with, Sean Garrett, right? He wrote Yeah for Usher.
Okay.
When he initially wrote the record, it was a totally different hook than the one that y'all heard. He had a meeting with L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid told him, this is before Usher cut the record. He was like, hey, you have to tell a whole story that the audience can see within 8 bars of this hook. You know how difficult that is to tell a whole story within 8 bars that's visually for you to see?
Yeah, exactly.
And on I was at the club, shouting all up on me. Yeah, on me. You can actually see what's happening, and he did it and made it catchy. That's extremely difficult as a writer.
Right.
Another thing that people don't understand about writing choruses is because it is that short 8 bars, the monotony of it, right, is the most important thing about it. But it can't be so monotonous to where people can like anticipate what you're doing melodically, and then they'll be unenthused. So somebody consecutively doing that on multiple records, and you got multiple hits, and they're doing that over and over and over again. You could look at them and say they got 20 records where they have sat there and wrote that chorus. That shit is phenomenal, dog.
I'm looking for this quote that I saw the other day on Twitter. I thought I bookmarked it. But one of the things that they were talking about, I think it was Chuck D. I can't remember who said it. I can't find it right now. But on this topic, he was talking about how music in the 80s and the early 90s, a lot of times the verses, particularly in rap songs, were louder than the music, right? Because this was an era where the lyrics were so important. And so what you ended up getting through that process is, you know, people trying to express to the audience how talented they are, how impactful their perspective is, because the hooks were because the verses were also that important. And when I think of a song, I know the hook brings you back, but what you just described right there, talking about how you have to tell a whole story in 8 bars before the hook comes back, that to me is that's the difficult part. You know, especially as hooks over the course of my life have at least anecdotally felt like they become more repetitive. The verses is like, that's where the magic is.
No, but okay, so let's take somebody like Tupac. If you really listen to the verses, they're like choruses. I'm up before the sunrise, go hit the block, little bad month, but with a pocket full of rock. Learn to throw them things, got the skinny little ass here. Like how dynamic he was with the flow, and that is a hook, but it's a verse. So it kept you engaged to where when you got to the hook, he can just say, Diary of a Dead Soldier. It's the Diary of a Dead Soldier. You know what I mean? But most artists don't write verses like their hooks. So that makes the hook that much more important in today's game, because most artists are writing raps and they are they're writing stuff, and you gotta figure out what they're talking about, what are they saying. And if you're not really interested in the artist like that, are you really going to be engaged to even get to the chorus? You get what I'm saying?
Let's do this. Aaron, create a new poll and ask which is more important. Oh, no, I won't say more important. I want to say, because you said, which is more difficult, a hook, a great hook, or a great verse? And so let's see what the audience says on that.
Think about this. How many guys, because Aaron's a battle rapper, how many dudes you know that battle rap for a living? And you think they want to get up there? They have some phenomenal verses, elite MCs, you know what I mean? But couldn't go in the studio right now and write a record or write a song that would captivate the public. And the hardest thing for them to do that, the hardest thing about them doing it is the chorus. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You take somebody like what's my guy that was on Stove God. The reason why he ascended to the rank so high is because his chorus ability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His ability to write hooks pushes him higher than some of the other guys, like Ransom. Ransom is one of the most elite lyricists on the planet Earth, but his choruses are not as dynamic as Stove God. So Stove God gets that attention to where Pusha T will call him like, hey, get on this record. That's one of the biggest moments on that album. You know,
Without question. Yeah.
that hook. He only had 8 bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know, the cool thing about that hook, I was thinking about this the other day. Stove God ends that verse with Fresh Prince jacket, boy, I'll cook him to the inside out. And that, when you say Fresh Prince jacket, cook him to the inside out, it's a visual thing. People know exactly what that jacket is, right? And the jacket is like this crazy fly pattern that stood out. He was the only one that had it on the show. And if you think about the totality of that album, they made this album in Louis Vuitton headquarters. Patterns was a very significant part of how Pharrell was looking at the structure and crafting this album. He went as far as to tell Malice and Pusha T to keep the same patterns, rhyme patterns throughout the different songs. And so for the fact that they reached out to Stove God to see if he had a hook, and Stove God closes that hook with Fresh Prince jacket, to me is a seamless and organic connection to the broader theme in the construction of that project.
Well, what another thing that made that project so dope, to go back to what kind of along the lines of what I was saying about verses, is Pusha T's cadence is all Biggie throughout the project. Biggie's another artist that wrote verses that sound like hooks. Introducing Baba Woo. That's all hook shit. Not just that's all hook stuff. So when you leading up to the Stove God verse and Pusha's doing the Biggie pocket, which sounds like a chorus, it makes it easier for people to follow along what's going on. You know, music, sometimes people don't want to think. They just want some shit that's jamming. They just want it to feel good. They want to put it on. They want to be able to follow it, you know what I'm saying, and get through it. You know, it's certain artists that we'll go to and we want to really study and learn. That's why I said, you know, certain artists are for certain situations. You know what I mean? That's why I have different playlists for different things. You know, if I'm being introspective, I'm not putting on some Biz Markie or some, you know, I'm not putting on a Drake song. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do that if that's where I'm at with my shit. But if I'm kicking it, we got people at the house, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, the pool is warm. We got to turn the heated pool on, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not putting on Euphoria in the middle of the party. It's just certain things are for certain moments. So it's like music has to fit that moment, you know what I mean? And the thing about a chorus, to take it all the way back, is just understanding what you're creating that for. And the greatest people are able to take choruses that are meant for even somber moments and making them the biggest shit in the world. Like you take Lose Yourself, right? Nothing about that song is your traditional hit record or smash. The way the beat moves and everything, it's just okay. That's album cut shit. But Marshall was able to take that hook and make it into an anthem. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you're on it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss it. The staccato of it. Do not miss your chance to blow. The opportunity comes. What opportunity in the hook? And you can visually see that. The whole record. Knee deep, mom spaghetti. Mom's ready. Come on, bro. That shit, that hook is crazy. You better lose yourself in the music. Like, listen to the hooks of these records.
Yeah.
You can find me in the club, bottle full of bud, my mom, y'all what you need, wanna pick at the thug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bruh, y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Were you there when M wrote the
Shit.
Lose Yourself? Were you in that session?
No, because that came before. Wasn't that on the 8 Mile
It was on
soundtrack?
8 Mile soundtrack.
He had done that.
Oh, he was done with it.
Because
Okay.
50 did
Wankster was on there. That's right.
Wankster.
Yeah.
So I came after.
Right after that.
After all that.
Right.
My brother Lowe's. What's happening?
Los, what up, brother?
What country is that, dog?
It's a big day today. Let me just say real quick, fuck France.
Did y'all win or you haven't played yet?
We up today.
Word up. That's a Senegal jersey?
Do you got
Nice.
Lowe's mic? Oh, you got the mic. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so hold on. You Senegalia? I don't know. Hey, man, I'm just asking. So is that African? Where is that at? So hold up. So Senegalians,
Senegalese.
y'all,
You have too many consonants. You got extra
Senegalese.
consonants there. Yeah.
so like Vietnamese. Vietnamese? Vietnamese.
Yeah.
Not Vietnamese.
No.
Vietnamese.
Man. What was the other word that you were just
Pivotal.
pivotable?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's pivotable. You get this right, Stat.
Vietnamese,
Senegalese.
Senegalese.
Yeah, because of Senegal.
Senegalese.
Mhm.
She was hold up.
You about to freestyle? About to get
yeah.
some bars?
I think she was Senegalese, had her on her knees. Whenever did the thieves, I didn't want to please. She was Senegalese on her knees. Senegalese. A Senegalese.
That sounds like the hook.
Senegalese. Senegalese. So Senegalese is in Africa. So why you look like you from like Arabian? That's why you know all the niggas come from Africa. Africa got everybody.
They got
My
everybody.
mom's white, so it watered it down.
Oh, mom's is
My
white.
mom's German Irish. My pops is Senegalese, so it watered it down.
Is he darker?
Than me? Oh yeah, but he's considered light skinned for Senegalese. I mean, he's like maybe somewhere around y'all's complexion.
And that's light?
For Senegal, yeah, it's kind of light. Yeah, Senegal, we're very dark.
Yeah.
Shit, that's crazy, nigga.
Have you been?
Hey, listen, hey, yo,
Been a
Justin,
couple times.
we need to get we need to get on a
let's go back
plane
this
right
year.
now so we can go somewhere where we consider to be light skinned.
Yeah.
Senegal might be the place for you.
I'm about to pull up.
I'm not sure I want to be like
You
this.
just got your passport.
I like
I just
being
want to know what
dark.
it feel like to be a red bone.
I think I'm good.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up on synagogue. Like, what's happening, niggas? I'm Drake over here, baby. Huh?
You know
I'm
who
Blake
else?
Griffin. I'm Obama on y'all niggas, huh?
You know,
see this?
you know a Senegalese person.
Who?
Akon.
He's
Yeah.
Senegalese?
He's
That's my
Senegalese.
dog right now. Akon
Yeah.
gonna come on the show. That's my partner, man. That nigga black as fuck.
Yeah, that's the typical Senegalese color.
He black as motherfucker. Whenever I see Akon, I be like, yeah, I be feeling real Drakish around that nigga.
Light skin, but you're still a dark nigga.
Exactly. I be feeling real Drake. I just start singing shit. Guess what? No one's home. We're going home. I just start singing shit when I get around that nigga.
Yeah. It's Senegal. Well, hold on. There we go.
The third person.
Word up, and we're back. We got Los in the house. He's got a Senegal jersey on.
Yes.
We've now learned how to pronounce it. Senegalese.
Senegalese. I still like Senegalagian.
That's terrible.
That feels like a totally different group of people.
Crazy.
Senegalagian.
But we also have a poll going right now, Los. And the poll is, which is more important, the verse or the hook? What's your take on that?
I mean, now for sure the hook. Oh, but I mean, I don't think people really care about verses that much anymore.
If you extrapolate over the course of history.
When I was growing up, the verses were just as important as the hook.
Yeah.
But now I think it's completely switched to the hook. I mean, the stat used to tell me all the time, "Don't bore us, get to the chorus." So
I don't try to rhyme. It just happens.
And Stat was saying that to us probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's only gotten worse at this point.
Yeah. Well, what's the pulse rate right now, Aaron?
Right now we're got 70 votes.
Yeah.
60% hook, 40% verse.
It's pretty split. That is pretty split. If you go to a high school that's 60% white, 40% black, that's a pretty even high school.
Yeah.
That's a pretty well balanced room that you're in. That's interesting. Like I think that I get it from a opportunity for the masses to connect with a standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think that there's some things that are outliers, but generally speaking, obviously most people are listening to music from a passive consumption standpoint. But the verses to me is what makes an MC an MC. Like that to me is what I gravitate towards. I will listen to a song on a bad beat with a terrible hook if the verse is fire. You know what I mean?
See, like, that explains a lot about what you think of classics. That explains it. Because
but look, even with that though, but truthfully, right? Yeah, I think it does, because if you could make a classic without having a classic hook,
no,
that's
not a classic to me. Because I look at a song how I look at a woman. She can be beautiful on the outside, but if she's terrible on the inside, it does not work. So when I look at a song, all of these things constitute what make what a woman is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, so the hook needs to be right, the beat needs to be right, the verses need to tell a story, the hook needs to tell a story. Okay, how is it mixed? You know what I'm saying? And if it's an album, how does it flow into the next record? I don't take one aspect of it and then say that it's better. That's why when people tell me, when someone says, okay, Nas is better than Jay-Z, I always say no, because Jay-Z picks beats better than Nas. It's not even a question. Over the span of their careers, Jay-Z has had better production than Nas. If Nas had Jay-Z's ear for tracks, do you know how crazy Nas would be right now?
I'm not sure.
Because if you look when Nas got with Hit Boy and allowed Hit to just make the shit, imagine if he had a Hit Boy early on in his career.
No, I understand where you're coming from, because that's always been one of the biggest criticisms people had for Nas was this,
Lupe fiasco.
That's another criticism.
If Lupe said, okay, if Kanye West was sane and he said, okay, Lupe, I'm going to do all your production for your entire career. You just rap. Let me deal with the production and the actual choruses on these records. You know how Lupe would be one of the greatest artists of all time. I remember, shout out to Kira, she worked at Amazon now, but at the time she was working at Aftermath. Kendrick Lamar, I don't think y'all understand how intricate he is in song making. I'm saying down to not just the choruses, the hooks, but how he was stacking his vocals. You know what I'm saying? On Good Kid, Mad City. Like the things that he does, when you listen to those records, he is producing those records all the way through. You get what I'm saying? I mean, when you send him a beat, him and Soundwave, they are deconstructing the beat down to maybe the kick and the snare and rebuilding it back up. And every part of that record is built layer by layer, brick by brick. This is why I see songwriting and song creating the way I do, because I grew into this with Dr. Dre. So it's impossible for me to hear someone's album and they do one thing very well, but the other aspects of it are not on par with when I say deem something to be a classic. When I call The Chronic or 2001 or Reasonable Doubt or Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, when I talk about some of the Drake projects, when I talk about those Kanye West, those, the classic ones that we all love or whatever, they're flawless, bro. You're not going in there like, oh, this beat whack.
I mean, okay,
this hook trash. You're not doing that.
I think about artists like Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Take an album like Mad Villainy. A lot of these songs don't even have hooks.
Yeah.
And it's still classic.
Who did the beats?
Madlib.
Be quiet.
but I'm saying, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that these things aren't important, but I'm saying it's like, from a song structure standpoint, yeah, the beats are fire, but they completely remix the entire structure of a song.
Because at that moment, you're dealing with one of the greatest producers of our time. There's a J-Lib project. That means Dilla and Madlib came together. Dilla ain't do a project with Mr. Fruity Loops over here. He ain't do too many projects with niggas.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla said, I'm only gonna rap over your beats. That means he was extraordinary for him to do that. This dude created the lag in the drum. This is Jay Dilla, one of the greatest dudes to ever make beats. He said, I'm gonna get with you and do an album. So now you are, you know what I'm saying? MF Doom, who has throughout his entire career, as far as the wizardry on the microphone, that's like you can't even compare it. He's on another level, and you're gonna put him with one of the greatest producers in hip hop history. Of course, you're gonna get a classic. That's the point I'm trying to make. So my thing is, so imagine Lupe with that type of wizardry on the boards. Imagine Saha the Prince. Like, you know what? You don't have to. All I need you to worry about is the storytelling and the verses. Let me handle the hooks and the beats. And you go in there with somebody like that. Are you kidding me? Saha wrote what's the biggest record Travis Scott got?
Oh shoot, what is that? The
one with Drake on
it. Stacy, Sicko Mode. Yeah.
He wrote Sicko Mode, dog. You think he couldn't do that? If he wrote that for somebody else, he could do that for himself, but he needs Travis is that producer along with everybody, you know, that they're producing that record. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it allowed Saha to be what he is the greatest at, which is writing verses. And then they came in with the, you know what I mean? And that's when you get the magic.
Right.
You put people in a position to be the best they are. So for me, for an album, it's just like a woman. I need the album or a song to be not have any missing components in it for me to say that it's a classic. I can't just be like, oh, that's a good verse. This is why I put Rick Ross on a higher level than a lot of people, because he's really great at picking production. He just put a new song out with T.I. Great, the beat is phenomenal. They on there going in. It sounds good. The game is incredible at picking beats. You know what I'm saying? Like Eminem, incredible at picking beats and what fits what he's trying to do. So, but a lot of the artists aren't as good as that, and they are really phenomenal MCs though. So all that's important.
Well, want to get some super chats?
Yes.
Let's see what the people got to say.
Biography. I just looked it up real fast. That boy got Sicko Mode, Father Stretching My Hands, Famous, Ultra Light Beam. Golly, that boy got some hits.
Saha. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Saha is a monster with that pen. But what I'm saying to you is, look at the songs that he wrote for people and what allowed him to be what he is great at. And then you had producers in there producing around what he was doing, and so then you had magic. Right. Father Stretch My Hands. Are you kidding me?
All right, so let's see if we can pronounce this one. Fantomas Fanto 8469. Please react to horrible promo Drake performance in Turks. He's dancing with Chubbs in the crowd. Looks like they want to leave.
I don't think I said that one more time.
Please react to horrible promo Drake performance in Turks. He's dancing with Chubbs in the crowd. Looks like they want to leave.
This weekend?
I'm not hip to that. I don't know what that is. Let me see if I can find it.
I think he was over there shooting a video with that girl that's like Ice Spice. I actually like that. Outside we was tweaking. Outside we were tweaking.
We should be outside tweaking. We should be outside.
Maybe that's
tweaking.
what it was for.
Outside.
She
tweaking.
came off on there. I know he probably wrote that for it too.
Yeah. That's all dope.
Aaron loves that. There's a great hook for you right there. Speaking of hooks,
outside tweaking. We should be outside tweaking. That's one of the dresses I like off that album.
Yeah. That wasn't bad. I wasn't mad at that. But yeah, he's having a good time. He building a house over there. He got a crib in Turks. Hey. I don't know if y'all been to Turks and Caicos. Very nice.
Never been.
Very pretty,
from what I've been told, it's very old money.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's a good vibe. You probably go over there, have a good time. Man. You don't got to worry about nobody beating him up, trying to do nothing to him, throwing stuff at him.
That's always nice.
I'm looking for this. If you guys find a link, send it to me now, or send it to Aaron.
We should be outside tweaking. We should. And she got
while you're looking, we'll get through some more here. This is an amazing story from K-Way for real. I'm from Nap, and I seen Ron Artest at Club Ice Lounge one time. This nigga pulled a dressed hot dog out his hoodie, then proceeded to order a pop at the bar.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, it's
Hey, yo, not a dressed hot dog.
glizzy out your hoodie is crazy.
Hey, yo, listen. First of all, okay, wait, let me tell you something. I'm not laughing at Ron because I live in LA. I ain't no telling where you gonna see Ron, and I didn't see Ron in real life, man. Ron got the hands is like this.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing to play with, K. I'm just telling you, I've been around the man. Dog.
When you see Ron, when you see Meta World Peace, when you see him in person,
yeah,
he looks like a professional athlete.
Yeah,
he looks like a massive athletic human being who you do not want to run up on in the Palace during a basketball game or anywhere else in life.
Nothing to play with.
And he is the nicest guy.
Super nice.
Super nice. But I mean, his story is documented. He's talked quite a bit about his mental health journey, how yoga was super impactful in his life, how therapy helped him quite a bit. Because my man had a trigger.
That boy will beat the basketball.
That's crazy.
That boy hits you so hard, you just be getting a triple threat.
Right.
Like, oh, damn, I should be in the league. You start crossing niggas over. He'll punch you. You instantly start doing shit like,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So K-Way, I think that's hilarious. But I don't want no clips of me laughing at Ron because I'm going to see Ron. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of stuff I can say about that night. I'm not going to say it about Ron. Right. Like, Ron will beat me up. I don't want no problems.
We're not laughing at Ron. We're laughing at the precocity of.
Well, I'm just telling you. Well, I was just saying because Ron had his basketball. He had his whole full uniform on. We was recording the song after the championship. And I remember telling Dre, I'm like, he ain't going to take it off. Dre was like, won't you tell him to take it off? I said, absolutely not. I think Ron's going to wear that. Dre started laughing. I said, Dre, he ain't going to switch clothes? Dre was like, go tell him to take his clothes off. See what he say. I'm like, you know what? You a real doctor. You be knowing stuff.
That's funny.
Deluxe the Champ. It's a Discord group banding together and funding money to buy leaks. It's a shame to see this behavior. It's some buying Kendrick leaks and other artists.
Oh, really? So they're buying the leaks?
They're buying leaks. So
wow. It would make sense. I don't know how YouTube gets away with that. Because you can't put them songs on streaming platforms, but YouTube, I'm not questioning y'all, YouTube. I don't want no smoke. I love y'all. Y'all be good. The Third Verse, Coach United, and the Company Man channel. Please, I'm just asking a question for the little people down here. So how do y'all go about just putting, like, that's my syllables on somebody's page? Somebody's monetizing that. Somebody's eating off of that.
So, I mean, but if it's not a registered song, then
they're eating off the views of it, though.
Right, but I'm saying, how can YouTube enforce that if there's no copyright on it? If it's just something that's been sitting in somebody's hard drive somewhere. Unless, I mean, obviously, I'm sure they could if, like, there was a Kendrick leak and then Kendrick's team reached out. But just off of the software and all that, I don't think they have any recourse.
Well, if it's not registered, right?
Right, that's what I mean.
If it's not registered, it should be something. I mean, dog, we have phones. I can call somebody in Australia and see what they eating for breakfast right now. I'm sure we can get AI to be like, if this is registered, is this legitimately the person that made it? They can create a program of some kind of security.
I know, but I think it all depends on the registration. Even if it is obviously stat quo, until you make it an official release registration and all that, what's the difference between me just cooking up a beat and uploading it?
What I'm saying to you is, they have cars that are driving themselves.
Yeah.
I went to Sam's Club this weekend.
Yep.
Instead of checking out at the counter,
face picture.
You can do it. You can scan all your shit in the cart.
Oh yeah.
Then walk out the store. Like you ain't even got to go to the register no more.
Right.
What I'm saying to you is, we had a technological place where all these things.
No, for sure.
Can
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that can happen. They're just not doing it, and I don't understand why.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good question. So somebody's probably fighting against it happening. But anyway,
let's do one more super chat and then move on to the next story.
Ms. Hummus, thank you, Stat, for the Dono Saturday or Dono Sat. I'm not sure.
Donation.
Oh, donation. Maybe that's what it's.
That was from all of us here at the Third Verse. Ms.
Showing
Hummus.
love right back at the Third Verse.
We fans of Miss Summers over here.
We fans. We was in there. K-Way, you don't got your thing up there. We hooked you up too, man. And that's another thing. I'm gonna say this, y'all. I said this before. Anybody that y'all got platforms, y'all got that's in here, y'all have a podcast, y'all do. I don't care if y'all make t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all support us with these super chats. man, we coming to. I'm pulling up. I'm gonna get a hoodie, whatever you make. You make tennis shoes.
Yeah.
We're gonna support as a company because we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Because our voices are collectively here, and me and Justin and everybody in this room, Los, Loyal, Aaron, even everybody that's not here, Rebel, Robin, the whole team, DJ, we all represent y'all. Don, my boy Don. So we want to make sure that y'all represent us. So whatever y'all doing, we want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So,
hip hop is culture, but it's also community.
absolutely. This not one of them places where I was looking on I Show Speed, you know, because he went live for the World Cup. And that, man, his super chats was ridiculous. And I'm just looking at it, I'm like, man, he ain't never gonna even get to do nothing with none of these people. He not even saying their name, he not even reading their nothing. Like, he not gonna encounter these. They just giving him his money for nothing. This ain't that kind of spot.
It's also because they're supporting the entertainment.
But my thing is, though, at least in this situation, we're gonna always do this. We're not gonna be one of the biggest platforms because that's where we headed, and we're not gonna support the people that's actually rocking with us.
Right.
The people that's rocking with us now, we're gonna rock with y'all then, and y'all gonna give us a super chat. We're gonna discuss it and talk about it. And if y'all got something going on, we gonna advertise it as if y'all, you know what I'm saying, as if it's ours. So make sure y'all go to Miss Hummus and make sure y'all go to K-Way's pages. And K-Way, put your
Cash App
on the screen too. And that's everybody that's doing this.
Everybody should have that up there.
So we can support. And everybody on Twitter that's watching, we have our Cash App and our Venmo here that y'all can't do the super chats. Like I said, this is we use this to support what we're doing, these lights and everything that's going on here.
Yeah, 100%. Right. I was watching Miss Hummus on, I think, Friday, and I think we were talking about like other way. I know the comment I left. I said my older cousins they put me on the swagger jacket. That's the first time I'd ever heard a term like biter or whatever. Like swagger jacket was like the first one that I remember hearing. But that's part of the discussion we were having on Friday.
Well, I was in there when she was talking about Bootsy.
What was she saying?
I mean, she was talking about, because I think Miss Hummus has 3 sons.
Yeah.
So she has a problem with the nail polish and all that type of stuff. She feel, so I was just in there.
How do you feel about that? People wearing nail polish. Wait, so you said Miss Hummus has a problem with men
maybe
wearing
I'm
nail
wrong.
polish?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Hummus. I don't know.
We know Bootsy has a problem with it.
Bootsy has a problem with it. I think Bootsy has every right to feel how you want to feel when it comes to people coming to his house. It's your house. You can have people come to your house. If that's how you feel, you should do that when people try to get in your house. I think when you start, like, as a public figure, when you start condemning other people's lifestyle, it gives some people that are not as responsible in you and your behavior this thing in their mind where they are justified in doing it as well. So I would never try to hang on a side of something and try to quarterback something, because let's say I say, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. Somebody that does not know that does not have the emotional intelligence to conduct a conversation or to behave themselves when they see someone doing something, it may lead to them doing something negative to that person. So I think when you're speaking publicly, you have to have more responsibility on how you say things about what people choose to do with themselves. Now, I personally am not painting my nails, but I can say that someone painting their nails doesn't mean that they're gonna go and they just want to just put a dick in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? I got my nails painted. Now it's time to go ahead. Now I want a man. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 different things. Now, so if
nails painted, throat goat.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's like, got my toes done.
Right.
Don't go to these. Ain't no turning back now, baby. The nails is painted. I gotta let me call up RuPaul and get this show on the road.
Right.
So it's like I don't believe that to be the case. I think people choose to express themselves however they choose to express themselves. I think Prince was doing that androgynous era and they was wearing different clothes, but Prince I never saw Prince as a homosexual male. So that doesn't make you homosexual how you present yourself. And I think as a parent, this is my opinion. It's easy to shut that conversation down. It's like, hey, Tommy's Mommy, Tommy's painting his nails. I thought only girls paint their nails. And you say, well, Tommy can paint his nails that way. Well, I want to paint my nails. That's not what we do here. So that's what Tommy does there. What we do here is different.
Mm.
Do you want to be Tommy or do you want to be whatever the kid name is? Let's say the kid's name Marcus. You want to be Tommy or you want to be Marcus?
Mm.
No, I want to be Marcus. Okay, well, Marcus doesn't paint his nails.
Right.
that easy.
Yeah.
People feel like they be having to have these complex conversations. It's a child, just be able to talk. I think people don't want to talk to the kids, I guess. I don't know, but it's my thing.
You know the thing I think about when I think about this fingernail conversation? In the 80s and 90s, how controversial earrings were on men.
Yes.
Men in the 80s and 90s, if you saw a man, particularly if you saw a man with just with both earrings, I think just a left earring was fine.
Yep.
That meant you're a man. But if you had two earrings, people thought you were gay.
Yep.
In the 80s and 90s. Well, people don't think that anymore. We have clearly grown past earrings being some sort of identifier for your sexual orientation.
Oh.
And that's what I see when I see the fingernail thing. Like, I wouldn't do it.
Michael Jordan.
Right.
People could say Michael Jordan was sweet because he had an earring.
A hoop earring.
A hoop earring. The hoop earring was the thing.
It looked kind of crazy.
I'm just saying.
But it looked crazy because that's where society was. You know what I mean? It was a style choice. He was fashion forward at the time.
Have you seen some of the tribes in Africa? Men, they got full blown joints with looking like rhinos.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like men out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? They more masculine than any men. Most of the men over here right now, they got all kind of stuff going on.
Mm.
I don't know, man. But Boosie has every right to allow who he wants in his house.
Mm.
But I think when you start judging people, right, you become essentially part of the problem, not the solution.
Right.
Because somebody that judges you for doing something that they deem to be out of pocket, right?
Mm.
And they infringe on whatever rights you feel like you should have, you're not fixing it by yelling out what they shouldn't do.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think you deal with what you got going on around your surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We know influence is a thing, but at the end of the day, your influence is supposed to be the strongest with whoever you are dealing with. And I think his worry is what's going on with children. So, those children that you have something to deal with, your influence need to be strong with them. Right. And if it's not, then that's something that you need to deal with as a parent. That has nothing to do with us.
Mm.
That has everything to do with him. But I also say he has the right, or anybody had a right to express their displeasure or whatever in what's going on. That's fine too. But me personally, I'm not here to tell somebody what they should not be doing, especially if it's a stranger. Like I don't. Now, if you call me and ask me my advice about something, I'm gonna be like, hey, don't do that because we friends. But it's just a stranger. I don't care what you doing. As long as it's not impeding on my health or the health of those that I love, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cool.
The third person.
All right. So next story. This story has a lot of people upset. And so Jay-Z has partnered with Target for the 30th anniversary release of Reasonable Doubt. Here's how Black Enterprise describes it. Jay-Z's partnership with Target sparks debate with Black consumers. Some online users are criticizing the hip-hop billionaire for partnering with Target for the release of the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. A new business partnership by hip-hop mogul Sean Jay-Z Carter has sparked outrage. Complex reported that Target is releasing an exclusive anniversary edition of his 1996 debut album Reasonable Doubt, featuring commemorative packaging, a unique vinyl color variant, and previously unreleased versions of select tracks. While some fans welcome the special edition of this album, others question Carter's decision to partner with the retail giant, which has faced lingering backlash and an ongoing boycott. Pastor Jamal Bryant and other Black social justice and religious leaders have called on the Black community to stop shopping at Target after the retailer rolled back several diversity, equity, and inclusion narratives.
And Pastor Jamal Bryant took his stance back when they wrote him a check.
Right.
And what do you think Jay-Z got for this album? A check.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't know if y'all listen to Reasonable Doubt, which is a fantastic album. It's a classic. But what is he doing on A Reasonable Doubt? Any hustling? Any selling crack? The majority? Any selling weight? Who buying the weight? Who buying the weight on who he's selling it to? Because it sound like to me he's selling it to us, right? What are we talking about? We want him to be somebody different than what he's always been. He's a hustler. I understand you. I understand your pushback. I feel you. But what I'm trying to tell you is he's a hustler. He's always going to be that. And that's not going to, I just went to Target. I just went there. I'm going to go there tomorrow. I'm going to go there again. I never stop. When that H&M shit happened and that lady let her child be in that ad as the gorilla, I didn't stop going to H&M. You know why? Because that lady as a parent was irresponsible. She was irresponsible. And you let your kid be in that ad? You let your kid be in that ad?
I think part of what I see in this conversation is there's broader conversation in general about, Black people supporting each other, supporting Black businesses, supporting our endeavors, keeping our money in the Black community, but more importantly, not spending money with people who outwardly disrespect us. And so regardless of whose fault it is, that to me is the ultimate issue, right? And so when I see what Jay-Z's doing, along with the fact that he's been a hustler since the beginning, along with the fact that he's been selling drugs to the Black community, but Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community. Regardless of all that, this is extra because Hove positions himself as a whisperer to the Black community, a beacon of success, and his relationships are based off of his ability to mobilize the Black community in a major way. And this is now at least the third time, maybe the fourth time, there has been something like this, and then he partners legitimately with the opposition. When Occupy Wall Street was happening, he shows up selling, he caught a whole lot of backlash for selling $22 Occupy All Street shirts. He's taking a legitimate social movement and he is pimping it for his own capitalistic game while saying that he is representing for the issues that are taking place in the community that he comes from. When we had 2020 was going down. He was out here when he was when Kaepernick was happening. He partners with Kaepernick, stands with him, wears his jersey on Saturday Night Live or whatever, talks about how he's fighting for the same thing Kaepernick is fighting for. Then he turns around and does a deal with the NFL, sits down in the press conference next to Roger Goodell and Charlemagne the God, and Charlemagne says, "Hey, what's up with all this? I thought you were supporting Kaepernick." My man says, "We're past kneeling now. We're past," and this is in 2018, I think. Well, one thing he was 100% wrong about was we were not past kneeling. We still had 2020.
But you're wrong with the Super Bowl and the Target thing. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
The Super Bowl, because
I didn't say Super Bowl, but
I'm saying the NFL.
Okay. Because
his what he was supposed to do is get people he was doing the shows. It's been nothing but color up there since he's been in there. And a couple of them, this Bad Bunny and Kendrick Lamar made incredible statements. And if you just look at it, it was definitely, they was clowning up there with some of the gestures, some of the things that would have never happened had he not been in that position. So I feel like I feel you on the Kaepernick shit, but you got to infiltrate to be able to, you got to infiltrate the system to make a change in there. Okay.
But what change in the system did he actually make other than produce some concerts?
Well, the concerts, because the imagery behind it, you never know how that has influenced someone else that's seen that to be able to go out and stand up for something and for what they believe in that moment. We don't know how things impact people, what they see. Like Obama being the president, right? People say, oh, he didn't do nothing. He did, because he that imagery, and some Black kids somewhere like, yo, I can be that. So these things are pivotal.
Senegalala giggling.
Pivotal. Why can't I say that word, though? Yeah. Pivotal. These things are important in ways that we don't necessarily see now. So let me tell you about Target, and I'm gonna let you go. The Target situation is the Dr. Brian dude, whatever. His whole point of doing it is to give Black people opportunities to be in Target, and Target to partner with more Black folk, right? That was one of the main initiatives of what they, and then employees and all this type of, if you look at, you can look it up. So is Target partnering with Black folks. That's what he was pushing. Jay-Z's Black. He's up here, but he's still Black. I'm not trying to defend what he's doing. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, Y'all expect these people to not be who they are. You expect Jay-Z to not be who he is. Sean Carter, and you listen to
I don't
hip-hop.
expect Jay-Z to not be.
You listen to hip hop. Listen to his rhymes. What dog? Listen to his raps.
I don't expect Hov to be nothing but.
You don't listen to the raps?
I've answered the question.
Listen to the raps. Just like I said with Drake. What does this nigga talk about? I'm flying over your bus. Drake learned it from Jay. This nigga Jay-Z been playing Nan and a Boo Boo with all of us his whole career. My bitch is the baddest. She's the baddest bitch she's the baddest bitch in the game wearing a chain. Like, I'm flying over your bus. I got crack here. I sold this. I sold that. I can sell water to a whale. I'm a hustler, baby. What are we talking about? So you hear the songs and expect this nigga. When I heard DMX and I hear him talking about a woman, then I see it in real life, and then you meet him in real life. Oh no, he's actually like Romeo with his girl. No, I expect him to be everything I thought he was in that song because that's who he is. I believe Jay-Z. And I believe that down deep, he is exactly who he is in the song. You think he's somebody else. You think because he got money, he has a responsibility to be more than what he is. The nigga ain't shit.
Well, you're categorically wrong about my point of view.
Okay, tell me.
I don't expect him. I expect him to be who he is. I think that my critique of him isn't the decisions he makes. My critique of him is how he uses and manipulates situations where working class people and Black people are organizing and mobilizing, and deconstructs that movement to partner with the legitimate opposition, right? While presenting himself as this big advocate.
He not present himself like that.
Sure he is.
He's not.
When he went out there supporting Kaepernick, he was presenting himself as some advocate.
He got over 13 albums, nigga, where he's not that. You talking about 6 press conferences where he sat with some crackers and told them, hey, yeah, I'm doing this. But we got 14 albums where this nigga been bragging to us and playing Nan and a Boo Boo with. We've been breaking down the lyrics, nigga. If you went out and did it, I would have a problem with it because I know who you are in here. This nigga told us who he was, Justin. Why don't you believe these people when they do the song?
Because you're having a separate conversation.
Okay, tell me the conversation.
You're over here thinking that what I'm saying is he's been rapping this way the whole time. Why wouldn't he move this way in his real life? Right? I think that's what you're saying because you have a very passionate perspective here that's totally missing where I'm coming from. Well, so I imagine this is what you think.
Because what it is just this is my thing. A lot of people do this. They don't hear the people that we're talking about. This Target move is right on brand with him. He does it all the time. Why do we expect anything different? Remember we said that when if he puts an album out, he gonna partner with some other shit that's some other bullshit. This is what he does. Why is it even news that he's doing it? This is what this nigga do.
Because it's how about this?
Okay, tell me.
You're giving Jay-Z credit for producing a concert with the NFL because people might see that imagery and might learn something, and that's powerful.
Yes.
Because my issue with it is the imagery of him consistently co-opting and watering down actual movements by putting his name on it. Mm-hmm. That is destructive. What if the imagery we're talking about is why we should just let him be okay, doing whatever he wants to do? Now we have another image of arguably the most successful Black man in a corporate space in music, period, or in general, one of the most impactful ones in the world, constantly undercutting legitimate working class and Black movements. That imagery to me is more destructive than whatever imagery of seeing a Super Bowl performance can inspire in people. So that consistent thing is the problem with me. So what I'm saying is, you think that I don't know who he is. Okay. I'm the one that pointed out all the times that he does this. Mm-hmm. And to me, it is dangerous because whatever the fuck he stands for, as an image, as projection of what it is, we're showing people that, hey, you can just get money and say, fuck your community.
That's what he's been doing.
Right, but he is doing this now on multiple levels of life, and the image of it is still destructive. Like you talked about how you have regret for some of the things that you rap.
Absolutely.
Right, and from my point of view, it looks like you have separated yourself from some of those things that you regret as you move into other aspects and other businesses. Absolutely. Right. Hope still ain't doing it. And I think he should still continue to be called out.
And he's
because
not,
that is to me, that's the most destructive thing. When you have people in power black people in power who came from working class environments and now they're in power and have the levers of power. And what they're choosing to do is disrupt working class movements and black community. That is a problem.
Why does it surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me. That's why I called out all the other things. You're thinking that I'm thinking, I can't believe Hove did this.
Okay, cool.
That's not what I'm saying.
Cool.
I'm saying, hey, everybody, here's this guy here that we love and revere, that he's God, Hove the God, but every time there's something real going on, he shows up and says, actually, don't worry about it, man. Fuck with me. I'm gonna fuck with these white people. They gonna get me paid and you guys gonna feel good because I just performed for you. Like that's
what he is.
Yeah, but it's not surprising. To me, it's just wrong. So I'm
dog shit.
I agree.
I don't want
to go into like who he is as a person, but
I'm talking about who he is what I'm saying to you is who he is as a business person, who he is as an MC, and what he has put on records. Right, there's a balance, and he feels in his life, right, that he's done more good than he's done bad. But the bad to me is just right there with it, because what he stands for and what he continues to stand for. And I'm saying it does not surprise me at all. He gonna come out and do something with somebody else. He probably do a partnership with the NHL.
Right, but the issue is, but I think the issue, like,
nigga, Jay-Z hockey jerseys ain't a nigga over there. He about to be the only nigga in the hockey league. We tired of not laying on the ice. He gonna say that to us. It's time to get on the ice, niggas. Jay-Z about to drop a whole hockey. He about to have the Brooklyn niggas. That's gonna be the name of the team, and he gonna stand up and say, it's time for us to get on the ice, niggas. That's what we doing. No, this nigga is who he is.
But like, to me, just dismissing it and saying, oh, this is who he is, why do we expect anything different? It also flattens the conversation, not necessarily when it comes to Hope or whatever, but in general, that perspective makes it easier. It scapegoats people, or it allows people to skate from criticism because, oh, that's just the way things are. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
Justin, you are here so you can criticize.
You say what?
You are here. You are important. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Listen to me. This is what's important.
Yeah.
I love that you criticizing him, and I'm here to tell you, sit your ass down, nigga. That's why we're here, baby. This was the whole point. Thank you, Jay-Z, for partnering with that racist ass company Target that I go shop at because they got great deals in there that I buy shit from.
Even the fact that you shop at, like you're sitting here right now saying, yeah, I go shop. Hey, H&M did the monkey thing. I still shop there. It was the black chick fault. That's basically what you said.
I have a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter. You know they made the ovens in the Holocaust? That shit's terrible.
I'm sure there's another company you could buy a Sprinter from.
Not as nice as that one, and that's where I'm fucking with.
Okay.
Do you know that fucking all these companies, Budweiser and Heineken and Anheuser, these niggas was bootleggers. They was the equivalent of crack dealers back when they was doing what they was doing.
Right.
Now these are multi-billion-dollar corporations. You get what I'm saying? We live in America, champ. This shit's fucked up. All this shit is built on some bullshit. Everything over here. The moment these crackers came over here and colonized it, it was over with. They've been doing foul shit forever. The fact that I can go to someone's country, take their shit, say no, because this is the government doing that. We can take that, and then that's cool. But over here, if I go take a fucking toaster out of nigga house, I'm about to go do life. You know what I'm saying? It just the law ain't the same for everybody over here. So the game is fucked up. The game is fucked up totally. And you got a nigga that's playing the game, Justin. It's just what it is. I understand. I appreciate you.
But like what you're saying to me is, are things that I 100% understand. Yeah. I think most people get these kind of things.
Yeah.
But the only progress that's ever made comes from when people articulate where they're coming from and why they disagree, when they organize and mobilize to make things different, and most importantly, where they take their money out of the system that they feel is oppressing them.
He ain't trying to do that.
Well, a lot of people aren't trying to do that.
That's what make us special.
But that to me is why people should make sure that they are very particular and intentional with where they put their money. And then advocating for people to spend money on people who don't give a fuck about you is now you're investing in your own oppression.
Kanye
and that is insane to me.
Kanye filling up stadiums. Jay-Z just had 700,000 people in the queue for his stadiums for his shows out here.
What does that mean?
What I'm trying to say is these motherfuckers gonna keep supporting that shit. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. But somebody like yourself, me and you, right? We be over here we struggling to do a show. You know what I'm saying? Because we care. You know what I mean? The people that care the least get the most. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'm telling you, it's fucked up. When I stopped giving a fuck, I made money. When I cared, I didn't.
You should watch this interview with Boots Riley. He was on Culture United last week. I think you probably learned some things from him.
I was there falling asleep.
I know you were. And I could tell. Like there are examples of people for just generally speaking. There's plenty of examples of people who
Boots ain't in the situation Jay-Z in, dog. What I'm trying to introduce to everyone is this. What I'm trying to say is now that I'm here, because I understand that side of the to get to that level, and I seen what they did. So you introduce those practices to push some shit up like this so that we can be in a position to make a difference. But the only way that you're going to make a difference to get there is you got to get there. And I'm saying, as dope as that movie Boots is, well, as dope as it is, right? They tanked that shit before he got started when they realized what he had going on. And that's why he haven't his man. What I heard on Culture United was he's having a hard time getting it out there. They're not actually allowing him to get his shit out there like that because they know what the fuck he doing.
Well, he also was very particular and specific in saying that he picked the wrong weekend to drop.
Or that too.
Because he had those two independent films, or not independent films, but he had Backroom and Oppression or whatever the other one is that overperformed. Right. So he also had Mandalorian and Grogu. So that's how he spent most of his time describing it. But his entire career is, very much rooted in the things he wants to see in the world. But away from that, the only way to get there, only way to make a difference when you get there is to get there.
Yes.
Would you say Jay-Z is there?
Yo, Justin, listen, I respect that. I know where you headed right now. Listen, I feel you. And personally, I understand exactly what you're saying. And I don't disagree with you. What I'm trying to make you understand, and I want you to listen to the albums, right? Mm. I don't know Jay-Z. I've come encountered. You just played a song with me on it with him. Yeah. He don't know me from a can of paint. Mm. Okay. But what I get from those songs when I hear him rap is a person that does not really give a fuck about everybody else. He sat up in an interview and said that he never took advantage of anyone. That is someone that is so tone deaf about what's happened. Dog, I've taken advantage of people in my life. Are you kidding me? Nigga, you sold crack. That's just one. Every business deal you do with an artist is taking advantage of somebody. He sat up and said it that he's never taken advantage of anyone. Yeah. That broke my heart because I love this nigga's music and who I thought he was.
Why were you surprised by that? Did you listen to his album? Have you listened to his lyrics?
No. It broke my heart because I thought what you said, I thought it would have been different at a nigga that's damn near 60 years old. It broke my heart for us and some of us as people. You know what I mean? Because I thought, damn, at a certain point, like what you said, when you get to a certain level, when does it not become just about how much more you gonna get? And he ain't got to that level yet. Clearly, because what I learned a long time ago, it ain't about what you make. It's about what you spend. Okay? So you take somebody that makes $75,000 a year. I take my driver, Manny, that drives for me, right? Make about 60, 70,000 a year, right? He has one of the greatest lives of anyone that I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Because he makes sure all his expenses are so low that he has so much play around money. His rent is $900. So total everything, he spent about $1,300 a month. You know what I mean? He's like, no, I don't need no more money, Stat. I'm good. He takes his money, go gamble, but he got $1,200 a month. He pay for all his shit. So if you could call him rich because he gets to do what the fuck he want to do within that boundary of that money. What happens when you start making massive amount of money? People start getting all these expenses. I'm gonna get a new car. I'm gonna get a new house. I'm gonna get the cleaning service. I'm gonna get a maid. I'm gonna get a cook. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna get this. And then you look up, you making $2 billion a year, but your expenses are $1.5 billion or 1.8 billion. You get what I'm saying? And so when something goes wrong, you upside down. So now I've seen people that have houses that's 20,000 square feet and fucking and the damn air conditioning don't work because they can't afford to fix it. It's a thing out here in LA, house poor. You get what I'm saying? So clearly Jay-Z has not gotten to a point where he's not where he's or is just greed, where he's comfortable enough to where, you know what, I'm gonna start doing shit for the betterment of us, and I'm about to fall back. And certain stuff I ain't gonna fuck with.
There's certain things to me that are just how many other companies are out there that Target competes with? I don't know. Right. They're in
Walmart.
Right. But, you know, between their technology stuff, their grocery store stuff, their clothing stuff, who knows who they really view their competitors, you know, in the space. Right. Hove has a pattern of looking at where there is disruption, finding out where his people are most upset. The people, one of my favorite things, one of my favorite stories with Jay-Z was how they started Armadale Vodka, right? And so Jay-Z and Dame Dash were talking about how they came to that conclusion and what they realized when they launched that alcohol and when they launched Rockaware at the same time. They realized that they had a hold on 2 million people, right? So this is like 1998, I want to say, right? Right before they started launching other ventures. They had a tight hold on 2 million people. They knew that between the albums that they released and the shows that they did and the demographics that they were able to capture, they had 2 million people and that they could leverage that into building out these businesses, right? They know who their people are. Hove consistently goes to where his people are, finds what is upsetting them, and undercuts them and does the opposite. Whether that's expected, whether that is just who he is, whatever that is, right? That to me is a particular type of predatory for someone whose entire wealth comes from his ability to connect with this community. Now, I don't think that people should be surprised if we've been growing up listening to Hove our entire lives. I think that, you know, you listen to someone tell you they're a hustler all the time, then you believe them, right? You could look at the same with his alcohols and his weed and whatever the fuck he's doing, right? But at the core of it, this is someone who has all the options in the world, can partner with pretty much any company that he wants to partner with. And for the past 16 years at least, he has found additional ways to undercut that population of people, that original 2 million people that's expanded so many more, undercut them directly for his own personal game and selling it back to us as if he's some sort of representation of what life is supposed to be like.
Absolutely.
And I think everybody needs to know that.
That's
I think they need to know when they see Jay-Z, you're looking at someone who might be doing a great job of showing you what Kendrick Lamar can represent on the most watched Super Bowl stage ever, brought to you by a guy who will shoot you in your knee, slit you in your throat, and make sure your entire community stays oppressed and in prison for his own benefit.
Two sides of the coin. And you know,
it's actually one side of the coin to me.
It's a strategy too.
Clearly. Because
what he does is he says, okay, the NFL is having a problem connecting with black people.
Let me go get paid
they're desperate to do a deal. I'm black. I got a pulse on the black folks. So I'm gonna go over here and do a deal, and it's gonna be to my advantage. And I'm gonna tell them that I'm gonna tell us, hey guys, it's okay. Yeah. It's a strategy. That's what he does.
It is. Yeah.
That's what he does, y'all.
Yes, and
that's what he
everybody needs to know this is what he does. And they need to take the nigga do. And everyone needs to take that into consideration the next time they want to support something from him. When you guys are thinking about going to Target to get this album, you might want to consider that. When you think about these shows he's got coming up or this new project he's going to drop, maybe you want to keep that in mind. Maybe you want to think that the next time you tell people in your family that you want them to aspire to be like Jay-Z, point out the fact that he is also someone who is a repeated impediment to the progress of his own community. Ooh. And he kicked people out of homes and houses in Brooklyn so he can get 1% of that stadium so he can turn around and start pimping black athletes as part of his Rock Nation Sports Company.
Ooh. And he said what he said.
So,
hey, listen, I've been on it. I know.
Word up. Let's know what you guys think about Jay-Z, this conversation in the comment section. See where you guys are at. You want to get some more super chats? Do we have any more super chats? Yeah, let's get a couple super chats there.
Mass Fanto 8469. If J. Rue reunites with Premier, it would be an underground celeb. Stat, if you haven't heard Sunrises in East or Rathip, you are missing out. Classic.
J. Rue the Damager is ill. That's what you got. Like what he just, that's a very great something that he brought up when you got an elite MC coming together with a producer to make something classic. So that's I listened to the first J. Rue album, and then I was into that movement for a minute because they came with the Group Home album. Some great beats on that project.
That might be the greatest collection of beats with rappers who are not necessary, but people look at that album as a classic.
No, they look at the beats. Let's keep it real. That's how I wanted to do.
Malachi and Lil Dap.
Yeah, man. I'm not mad at it, but Premier, he was on the board. Yeah. He was in the zone on that joint.
Like I would love one of these Twitter accounts that just remix songs all the time. Go take Illmatic and just put all the beats on Group Home. It's Illmatic, but the beats are Group Home. Exactly. Do that shit. The beats crazy. And Illmatic is a crazy album, don't get me wrong, but that project, that might be, as far as beats go, that might be a top 6, 7 just production album I've heard in my life.
You see, I brought it up.
Yeah, that was great. That's the truth. That might be one of the top 6 or 7 just collections of beats ever
on there,
top to bottom.
No one heard them,
right?
But me and you,
right? Malachi and Lil Dap.
Shy knows one. Why don't more MCs pair up with hook chorus writers? Wouldn't we have better songs if they did that? Is it too expensive or something?
I think what it is because it's looked down upon. It's looked down upon. I think Dre did this interview, and they asked him about making a song, and he's like, "Yo, it's a community thing. We're in there trying to make the best piece of art that we can make to present to everyone. So if you take one person going and do something, but then you take 20 people going and do something, more than likely 20 creative people are going to make something better than just that one person, because there are perspectives that are going to all be taken into account. What makes our show good is we have a bunch of people here from all different backgrounds, men and women collectively, to tell us, hey, don't do this and don't do that. Why DJ is important to be a part of our show is because it's a perspective thing. So it makes it different. He grew up different than me. I grew up different than you. You know what I'm saying? So we all come together. So that's when you talk about getting in a room and to create something. When you have multiple people in there, all for that goal. I remember when me and J. Cole and we was all writing, and he was like, man, this is so crazy. This is incredible. I wish somebody asked him that in an interview, because he was like, this is so dope. He had never made a song. He had never written music like that, where we all come together and we collectively do it. Like I talked about that, my Salida, but we was all in there, 50, M. We was all writing that, my verse, and we was doing that together. You get what I'm saying? So it came out better that we all got it because it's all of us doing some shit together. But we have this mindset in hip hop based on people like you, that say that if you don't write every aspect of the song, you can't be considered to be one of the greatest.
Oh, I've never had that position.
Okay, so some people is like that. That's whack. So that's why that's the problem, brother. That's why you don't have that. Because I remember I was working with Master P. It was acting weird because he didn't want me to help him with his rhyme. He clearly needed me to help him with his rhyme. He needed help. I'm sorry, Master P. I forgot he had came over to do something with Game, and he was trying to do his thing, and it was not good. And we trying to help him. Me and Game trying to help the nigga. He in there. He was not Master P at the time. He was more like Master E, Master C or some shit. We respect your business acumen, but the nigga had fell off, and the nigga was mad. He was like, I don't need no help. I got this. My nigga, damn, my nigga, shit. I ain't P. You know what I'm saying? You're a legend, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to help you with because the shit is not sounding good, Master P. You're not mastering the P right now. You know what I'm saying? You're not mastering the pen. You need us to help you, sir. He just was reluctant for the help. and the nigga was tripping, and the song never came out. Game ain't put the shit out, but that nigga was definitely in there struggling. We like, God damn, how long this nigga gonna take to write this bullshit?
Do you
Icon.
Do you remember any lines from his verse?
They was garbage. It was not good. It wasn't good. I'm just keeping it real. It never came out. I'm just telling y'all. We got Chalice Studios. He probably, somebody played for. I don't even know that nigga. But yes, bro, you came over there to work with Game. You put the beat on, nigga. We was trying to help you. You was on your masterpiece telling us not to fuck with you. Leave you alone. And you went in there and some bullshit. That shit happen all the time. Legends, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Legends. Niggas be freezing up.
That's funny.
Dog. Real story. I don't know if I told it on here, but this is a real story. And Game will attest to this, dog. Common. One of the most phenomenal MCs of all time. He's one of my favorites. We put him in the front. We was at the studio was at in Burbank. We put him in the front room. Dre gave him a beat. We sit him in the front. Me and Game in the back working with Dre. Game would call us the 5 minute brothers, because me and Game write a song in 5 minutes. We didn't wrote like 4 or 5 songs. So Game Dre like, yo, go check on Common in the front, man. Go see what's going on. I go to the front, beat just on, nigga just sitting there. Got some light-skinned nigga in there with him. I'm like, I'm buying to the beat. I'm going over to him. What's up, baby? What's going on, man? That nigga really turned the beat now. I had a heart to heart. That nigga was like, can't come up with nothing, Joe. Chicago niggas say Joe. Can't come up with nothing, Joe. I'm like, what's going on? He said, man, that's Dr. Dre. I said, so? Nigga, you Common. Nigga really had a moment where he couldn't come up with shit. I had to give this nigga a pep talk. That's one of the greatest MCs of all time. I'm like, nigga, you are Common. Are you crazy? Common sense, nigga. You wrote I Used to Love Her. So some people, for whatever reason, some people have moments, you know what I'm saying, where they don't want to do. Ice Cube didn't want a nigga to touch the writing that shit for him either. Nigga, Ice Cube wasn't feeling that, but Ice Cube came with some heat too. But Ice Cube that nigga was like, I got this, nigga. All right, Cube, I got you, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no problems. I do not want no problems, nigga. I tried to write something for this other nigga. He got mad as fuck at me. Because I tried to make him do, it was too short, man. I was trying to make the nigga do double time. And trying to make him, rap fast and shit. That nigga got mad as fuck. That nigga said, I'm too short. I'm too short, nigga. My niggas don't want to hear me rap like this, nigga. That nigga got mad. Nigga got mad. Needless to say, he never recorded that verse, but I'm just that nigga got mad. That nigga was mad, dog. But I'm just saying, for whatever reason, just be different situations. But for sure, that nigga Master P was writing some master bullshit.
Yeah.
That nigga was Master B that day.
Yeah.
That was Master bullshit. And me and Game tried to help him. But it just be different situations where some of the niggas you think is the greatest, I couldn't believe that with Common. He froze up. That nigga froze up. I know how that is, but I just didn't think somebody at his level that he would even see Dre like how he saw Dre. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it just like, damn, because you around somebody all the time, you stop seeing them like that. Like when Dre my nigga, like it's not like, when I got off Anger Management tour, right? They introduced me to Bono when we was on tour. And I'm like, oh, this is regular white man. I didn't know who he was. I wasn't that long was happening. This when DirecTV had came out. So I'm sitting at the house and they had some deal with DirecTV where U2 would come on. I never associated Bono with U2 at the time. I didn't know who the nigga was. I'm sitting at the crib watching this shit. This white man that I just met came out there and it's like he performing in front of like a whole goddamn stadium. Shit, that's Bono. Like I didn't even know who the dude was, so it didn't hit me like that. So when you talk about somebody like Common sitting there with Dre, you gotta think about he grew up listening to NWA and all this type of shit. It hit him a different type of way. So I think that's probably why he got in that moment at the time. But he got comfortable and he came with some shit later on that night. But he definitely was up there for some. It had to be like 2 hours in there, 2-3 hours. And he ain't had nothing written down.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And he really just turned the beat down, pulled me to the side, like, man, that's Dre, man. That nigga said, man, that's Dr. Dre.
Wow.
I'm having it. You know what I mean? You know, and rap and artists go through that. Like they go through that moment where it's like, man, I ain't got nothing to say. You know, that don't mean you're not dope. I don't think I'm saying anything new. I think when you talk about somebody like Kendrick Lamar, I said this. It was such a gap between those projects because what he has to write about something. So if he has nothing to say, then what is he gonna do an album about? Because if he puts out an album, he's not saying nothing. The first thing we're gonna say is, "What the hell is this nigga talking about?"
Mm-hmm.
So he got to have something to talk about. So when Drake did what he did, I was like, "Oh my God, yes, yes, yes!" I was excited about that because I know him, the lion. What was going on in him? I knew what was gonna happen. It has to be inspired a certain type of way. So you know, it was just it was a thing. But Master P, you know, I ain't dissing you. It's love. You an icon. And hey, everybody, you know, LeBron ain't scoring 50, 60 every night either. You know, shit, you get older. But boy, that boy P was hot. He was mad.
Word up. Got another super chat?
From my brother.
God damn. What broke? Oh, you tripped?
They switching out light bulbs, I think.
What nigga is green? That's lower, everybody. He just doing what the fuck he wanted to do.
From my brother K-Way, for real. I think whether you think the hook or the verse is more important to you is dependent on if you hear music or listen to music.
Oh, this nigga K-Way. No, he gotta be deep.
It's deep, man.
If you hear it or you listen, nigga, man, shit, fuck out of here with that bullshit. Nigga, you know the hook more important than most people that's listening to it. You still gingerly walking, dog. I thought your shit supposed to be better. Man, K-Way gotta be all deep and shit. That nigga, it depends if it's you see it or you visualize it. Oh, deep ass nigga.
You get a lot from K-Way. You get Ron Artest glizzy stories and deep thoughts.
That was crazy.
That's
a hot dog coming out the
dressed hot.
But see, K-Way out in San Diego.
Oh,
so he probably not gonna run into Ron Artest.
K-Way be everywhere.
Yeah,
he saw Ron and he said it was in Naptown. He was in
K-Way be moving, dog. Hey, but listen, you better hope he don't watch this show. Listen, talking about that hot dog. I don't know if he want everybody to know, nigga, hot dogs coming out of his pocket. Was it the back pocket though?
I think it had to have been a hoodie pocket. It had to have been sitting in the hoodie because how you just anyways.
He got onions in his pocket. It's crazy.
He got relish in his back pocket.
Relish and fucking chili in the side of his shirt is nuts.
Miss Hummus, can a verse carry the record if the hook is bad and vice versa?
Well, according to Justin, it can because some of his favorite albums have not great hooks and beats.
I think stronger beats carry.
I think a strong beat.
Strong rhymes carry weaker beats.
Well, I mean, Nas has had subpar production the majority of it.
But to your point, if he had better beats,
yeah,
he would be way further along.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I mean, because you got a good beat, nigga don't really gotta say too much. He can spread it, he can space it out.
Oh, Shaq West. I go, great. I mean, it's a catchy chorus, but he ain't saying nothing in the verse.
He ain't saying shit.
That beat is
and
crazy.
The hook. Yeah, exactly. You right. You got a great beat and a great chorus.
You out of here.
You good. That's number one. But it's just hard to get a great chorus. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get a great chorus.
Also, thank you, Miss Hummus, for the gift memberships.
Thank you, Miss Hummus.
Third Verse Podcast gift memberships. That's fantastic. Another one from Miss Hummus. I have an issue with the behavior that comes along with nails, duck lips, barrettes, etc. It seems we're losing our real men.
I mean, what's a real man to the real? I think that what a real man is evolving to what it is now, right? It's changing. It's not that we're losing. We're losing what the idea of what people think a real man is.
Yeah. Crown K and Nissa Najib, welcome to Crow It Up. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, Crown K.
Rakeem the Great 7. Just because we expect Jay-Z to represent black capitalism and partner with colonial corporations doesn't mean Jay-Z can't be used as an example of how celebrities are tools to promote ruling class ideas.
Yeah. This is my thing, and it's what I was saying to Justin. I just feel like we have to understand who somebody is, and knowing that when they do what they have shown themselves to do, it's like it is what it is. Why is it anything different? People be surprised, like somebody said, "Oh man, Trump got the UFC fight in the front yard." Why are y'all surprised by that? That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he would do.
That's for his birthday too.
Bro, listen, it's just like me. If y'all make me the president, I want y'all to know, everybody on Third Verse, if y'all vote for me to be president, just know the Big Three Ice Cube tournament will be going down in the front of the White House. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have the Big Three out there doing. Ice Cube gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have all the old school basketball players hooping. Me and Justin will be hosting. This if I'm the president, we're gonna set up basketball courts, all black top. You know what I'm saying? All black top. The ball's gonna be black. The hoop's gonna be black.
You gonna give him a double rim too while you at
man, nigga, black uniform. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be black. You know what I mean? We're gonna have only thing white gonna be out there, DJ, Phil, a couple of the white partners I got. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, niggas. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring back them old Black Panther hats. They sat to the side. Everybody gonna have them shits on, looking like motherfucking. We bringing them back. So just know. So why are we surprised that Trump got his partners in there? The same shit with this fucking Jay-Z. Why we shouldn't be surprised? What these motherfuckers do. I ain't mean to step on you.
Yeah, no, but I don't think people are surprised. I don't even think people are surprised what Trump's doing.
That definitely.
I think a huge portion of his base is shocked, but they were just happy to have Trump come in talking that talk they want to hear. They want to hear everything is these brown people's problems. This is the brown people's fault. That's what they wanted to hear. So maybe they're surprised that their inflation is going up. Maybe they're surprised their gas prices are crazy, or their grocery prices are going up, or he really doesn't care about any of or their hospitals are gone, or their books are gone. Maybe they shocked, but I think the majority of Americans saw this coming.
I'm just saying, whenever somebody does something that you expect them to do, it shouldn't be a surprise. That's like seeing Santa Claus and he fat. You've been seeing Santa Claus your whole life, and now I would be surprised if Santa Claus if it was a skinny Santa and then he had on a green jacket, and they're like, "I'm Santa Claus."
Right.
No, you ain't, nigga.
I'd be shocked seeing Santa Claus in his gym outfit.
Exactly.
What's Santa Claus look like on a treadmill?
Dog, they put Santa in a wife beater, and then you taking your kid over there. He got a regular beard. And he got a line up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got a regular beard over there talking about he's Santa. Then that's surprising. These motherfuckers ain't surprising me. That's what they do.
That's what they do. We got one more super chat.
We do. We have one just came in.
Okay.
Phantom 8469. Future announces new EP, Real Me. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're moving into.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Phantomos.
Fanto.
Yeah, that's right.
You got your own soda, Fanta.
So, exactly right. Future has a new album. He announced his new album. It's called The Real Me. He's announced it through Spotify billboards across different cities in the country. Not really a surprise, I think. Excuse me, definitely on the show we were talking about this over the past couple of weeks that Future is going to drop again, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know that. Are you excited about it?
I think Future is one of the premier artists that we have in the genre of hip hop. I'm interested the fact that it's called The Real Me. So is he going to be making more records that are deeply personal about what he's been experiencing as an adult? I would like to hear that. I would like to hear their justification of how they allow certain people to be a part of their circle and then other people can't be allowed. I would like to hear how they treat Young Thug differently than they treat Gunna. I think there's two peas in the pot. To me, it's the same thing. I don't think neither one of them should be isolated from each other. I would love to hear Future and Gunna and all these people make music together. I want to hear how he navigating through that, because I want to see how Lil Baby can be cool with Thug, but then Lil Baby is not cool with Gunna. And then, you know what I'm saying? You don't like Woody. You don't like, you know what I mean? It's just interesting. So if he gonna say the real me, I would love to hear some of the stories.
I want to hear what, how they decided to put together a double disc of all Drake's ops.
Yeah, I want
to. He hasn't really talked about that.
Yeah, and I want to hear the conversation that he had with Drake, and how does he feel that he kind of like, not, I mean, to a lot of people, because we know it went on before, but he kicked the battle off in Full Gear. It was the song that he put out.
Yeah.
They kicked it out with Third Person Shooter, but I'm saying it really was the direct response that made everybody like, oh, right. So from on his record, and then you turn around, now you and Drake is cool. You got OVO shirts on. I definitely want to hear the conversation. How did that go? In my mind, I feel like it was much simpler than that. I think in my mind, it was like Drake was like, here's $2 million. And Future's like, okay. Damn.
I think so.
You think he just got bought like that?
I think that the thing that makes the most logical sense in my mind when it comes to Future and Metro and Rick Ross and French Montana and A$AP Rocky, all these 7 people. The thing that makes the most sense in my mind when it comes to how they look at that relationship with Drake is that it's transactional. That makes the most sense to me. Because if it wasn't just transactional, to me, if they didn't view it as primarily transactional and they really felt like they need to put him in his place, because that's what it looks like to me. It looks like this guy's gotten too arrogant now. He's starting to treat us crazy because he's making more money. Let's let him know that he really ain't got the juice like that without us, right? To me, it could be as simple as like, yeah, okay, there's $2 million. We know he gave Young Thug $1 million after he got out of jail, right? And he put money on his books. To me, here's $2 million. Let's just get this. Let's keep this train of revenue going. We still got 21 Savage project that's coming out. We're gonna want to make sure that does well in the charts. I'm gonna want to make sure my project goes well in the charts. I'm not sure what any of this marketplace is looking like. Young Thug didn't do the best. Lil Baby didn't do the best. Gunna would have done better if he didn't give us the throwaway tracks as he's trying to get out of this deal. Let's just solidify the revenue and let's just keep it pushing. Like that, to me, is what it looks like. And so I wonder how much depth we'll even really get on that, because I'm not sure how much depth is really there. And I think the depth that's there is more so with Metro. And I don't think Metro is going to come out and talk about
it. The way he raps is very decoded. Even when he did somebody, you don't even really catch it with Future, because the way he do it, you know what I mean? It's like if Gunna diss you in a song. It's not as, like if Drake or Kendrick or Nas or Jay, they have so much style infused in it. Is he talking about, what is he talking about? Or is it, they damn near just gotta just be like, fuck Drake, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like that album that they put out, that was pretty much.
That's pretty much what it was. There was 2 of them. There's 2 albums.
And that was the crazy part to me is, like you said, it has to be transactional, and it has to be a business. They understand that them working together financially,
it's better for everybody.
It's better for everybody.
That's what it looks like to me.
I totally agree. And so I expect to have some Drake collabs on there.
For sure.
I expect to have some Thug collabs on there. I heard a Gunna clip. I think Gunna making the best music out of all of them.
For years.
Yeah, I think he makes the best. And then I think if it's really about to make the best music, I think they should just reconcile with Dude.
Yeah, I mean, that one seems more personal. Like,
I mean, they feel a way about him. He's not he wasn't a street guy. Like, he wasn't like that. He's like I always say, you can't expect the bird to be the best swimmer. It's the bird, it flies. That's what it does better, not swim. So that's not what he is. You put somebody in a position to be something because you heard a verse, that don't mean that's who they are. You know who these people are. He signed them, and I understand. I think as he gets farther away from that moment, I think he'll learn how to forgive. Because I definitely would, to me, the business side of me, I definitely would have reconciled with Gunna.
Right.
But I'm older than Thug, so it's different. You know, as he get older, I think it'll change. And I think that's probably why Future is with Drake. He's older. Niggas is 40. You know, I'm like, man, that's cool. I ain't tripping about that shit. It would be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, Metro is signed to Future through a publishing deal, if I'm not mistaken. So that's his artist. Metro got a problem with Drake like that, and this is your artist. You know,
I think Metro's situation was about his mom. I think his mom had passed, and Drake was trying to communicate with her, and Drake wasn't being sensitive to what was going on. And you know, artists a lot of time they live in this tunnel where they only care about themselves, and they just tunnel vision about what they have going on. They just disregard whatever else is happening in someone's world, you know. And I think that's probably what that's kind of like rubbed Metro the wrong way. Like, bro, it's not a good time. Drake like, nigga, I need my album song. I need this. I need that. And Metro like, bro, it's not a good time. And then it just went left. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think a lot of people and producers started to resent the fact that some people feel like their success is contingent upon a Drake. You want to show that I don't need this nigga to be hot. You know what I'm saying? So that comes into play too. You know,
I mean, a lot of it makes me think about what you talk about all the time in terms of like, where's the market? What's the sound? What are people chasing? What's going to actually work? And I think times like these are way better for collaboration anyway.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I think Future will go back to something that he did before and bring it here. I would love him to bring that karate. Remember that karate chop flow? He can bring that back. Remember that one? What's that song, Los? The karate shit. The chop Lil Wayne got on the remix. You ain't understand? But
Oh, right. Yeah.
Shit it, but did it, shit it. But he won't go and bring that back. Ain't nobody doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Bring your old flow back, Future. I think it's gonna be a whole bunch of Honest. Remember Honest?
Oh, yeah, that was on Honest.
Yeah.
That was on that album.
Yeah. Karate Chop.
Karate Chop, yeah. So if he bring that, he can bring that back right now. Ain't nobody doing that. And that's his own shit. And it'll work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Also on the quick news front, Cash Money and No Limit have signed up for a tour together. So have been announced. They're everywhere in the South, everywhere in the Midwest. I do not see any West Coast dates on here. So this is probably where
it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Shout out to them. I mean, I thought they would have done that after the verses. I guess they took a long time to get. I seen Turk rapping outside of Lowe's.
I just saw that too.
So are they not gonna let him on the tour?
I don't know.
It seems like they're not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can overtalk yourself out of some paper.
Yeah.
And you have of course, things probably business-wise aren't where it should be. You know, I liken it to the Daz and the Snoop situation. Of course, Daz is not happy about. Hopefully, we can have Glasses on Thursday show.
Yeah.
But we know Daz is not happy about how that paperwork went down and him not getting the credit that he's supposed to get for a lot of the death row stuff. But I think it's a way of doing it to where when it's not in the public, to where you can still get the same results.
Right.
You don't have to go on a media campaign to get the results that you feel like you need to get.
Right.
That's where you have legal representation to do that. It's certain type of pressure you can put on people legally that you don't need to be going on a campaign socially and you guys are talking about each other because then it interferes with you trying to get some money together. And you know, Snoop just had a whole show in Long Beach. Daz could have been on there and got paid with Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Turk. You have issues with a lot of things that happened with Birdman. I'm sure Beats by the Pound got issues with what happened with Master P. But man, we about to go get this money together. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money and let the lawyers deal with what they deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my opinion on that.
I wonder how much of a spectacle this is going to be.
Oh, it's going
to be insane. This is going to be one of the most ratchet arenas.
Ratchet.
Grown ratchet.
grown
Because their verses
40,
was like
40, 50, 60-year-old ratchet.
dog, their verses felt like I was in high school again with the ratchetness in a good way. Like it felt nostalgic as hell to me. But I hadn't seen so many camouflage, no limits t-shirts in one room in a long time.
Hey, listen, let's go back to that story I just told earlier. P he was still a no limit soldier in there yelling at me, telling me my verses don't leave me alone, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure that Master P gonna be out there. And I'm gonna say this. And I respect Master P, but man, he has one of the ugliest shoes that has ever been created by mankind. That shoe that he made, I'm saying, like, who in the world told him that looked good? That is one of the ugly. And yo, in my opinion, I'm talking about that's just an ugly shoe. It's an ugly shoe, man. I bought all your stuff. I got your noodles, all your rap snacks. I bought anything Master P was putting in Walmart. I bought it in the bundle. The Bootsy noodles that he made, I bought all that shit. Them Bootsy noodles is fire. They got a lot of sodium, but all the noodles got sodium in it, so that's not a thing. But I support the products you put out. All the stuff you was doing, pancake mix, I bought all that shit. But them shoes are awful. I don't know if y'all seen them. You could Google them. Top 5 worst shoe ever made in the history of shoes. Up there with the Matumbo.
We should do a draft.
Worst shoe
Draft.
That's
the worst shoe draft.
Now that shoe is terrible, bro. He took the Versace shoe and mixed it with some other shit. Dog, that shoe is the worst shoe ever made in the history of shoes. I can't believe that. He needs to be banished from all shoemaking for the rest of his life. Period.
All right, so let's see.
Those are pretty bad stat.
Huh?
The Money Yachties.
The Money Yachties.
Yeah, that's right. Don't try to think of the name. The Money Yachties. That's what they were called.
Them shoes were awful. Y'all know they was terrible. Don't do that.
Ludacris. Ludacris did an interview recently, and he was talking about my era was the most competitive era in hip hop history. Eminem, Jay-Z, DMX, Nelly, Ja Rule, on the list just keeps going on. Were the 2000s the most competitive era in hip hop history?
First of all, he's supposed to feel that way. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, because the 90s were crazy. Wu-Tang, Outkast, Jay-Z, Eminem was at the tail end of the 90s.
Yeah.
But I guess he's saying the artists he's talking about were in there. They were at the height of what they were doing.
They definitely had the most market share.
I think I could say that his era was the most prolific as far as that's the greatest domination of hip hop has ever seen. I think that's where hip hop just went somewhere else to a whole nother level, because you had everybody going platinum. You know what I'm saying? You had so many artists, everybody selling 2, 3, 4, 10 million. You know what I mean? Dominating. That was the most dominant era. I could probably say that because, you know, I mean, DMX put out 2 albums in a year. They both sold 4 or 5 million in the same year.
That was 98.
Was that 98?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the 90s.
That's 90s.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he tripping. Because DMX was at the tail end.
Right.
Maybe the 90s might.
Hard Knock Life is the 90s too.
What was Eminem?
98. Slim Shady.
What was Marshall Mathers LP?
2000.
So it was just right there.
98 was Slim Shady. 2000 was Marshall
So
Mathers.
I would say 90 because what Death Row and Tupac was doing was crazy.
Right.
So I would say,
and Eazy-E and Bone Thugs.
He tripping because that 90 to 2000 is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the difference would be the big artists in the 2000s had more market share because there was so much consolidation that was happening. Plus, it was also really difficult to even put music out in the 2000s because so many people got dropped.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? Like once you get the consolidation of the labels and all these people getting dropped, like Pharoah Monch was also hot at the end of the 90s, wasn't able to drop for a decade. He missed the whole 2000s because of Geffen and Interscope and Universal and how his contracts kept bouncing around and Raucous and all these things. I mean, the Clips, if they don't go on that mixtape run, they don't even really get a chance to come back after grinding, which is the early 2000s. You know what I mean? So perhaps the degree of difficulty is what Ludacris is talking about.
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. But I think whatever era you are a part of, you're gonna see it as the best. I definitely think the 90s and 2000s is killing anything we got going on today. It's like
in rap, for sure.
Rap is not even like you can't even argue that.
Yeah.
Because from 2020 to right now, this has been the worst. This is the worst era for you talking about new artists, like a new artist that came out 2020 that's on the level of a Drake or a Kendrick. Because Drake and Kendrick Drake is 2009, right? 2008, 2009. He's still in the 2000s. Kendrick is definitely 2010s, right? So there's no J. Cole is 2000. That he came out the 2010s, 2009, right there. Yeah, there's who came out right now, 2020. A new act that's on that level.
Well, I don't think there's anybody on that level.
Yeah,
Eminem.
Who's an Eminem? Who's a DMX right now? Comparable, selling 4 million on 2 albums. When Travis Scott dropped?
Lil Tecca does numbers.
Yeah, when did Travis Scott drop? See what you do? Nigga want me. Hey, listen, shout out to Tecca, dog. He came through the lyrical lemonade shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tecca, but this nigga here.
Don Toliver, you say Don Toliver.
Don Toliver, yeah, shout out to Don. When Don, that wasn't 2020 though.
Was he 2018 when he come out?
Yeah, because Gunna I was been bumping Gunna since that was early 2010.
Let's see what Don Toliver was. I feel like he was 2018.
Thug was 2010s.
Travis Scott was 2013. Al Faro.
Yeah, what about Don Toliver? That was 2017.
I know Don Toliver was with Kaliukas.
Yeah.
2018.
Yep.
When he released
2018, right?
Donnie Womack.
Yeah.
2018.
So 2020.
2020 is nobody that came. That's
and we're still waiting to see.
Bruh. We 6 years in, we ain't got nobody yet. We just said Marshall Mathers LP dropped 2000. What we talking? What we waiting on? Where the next? When Nelly drop? Nigga, we kicked that thing through, nigga. We're going on, baby. Oh, Luda came right around that time, sometime around there too.
Yeah.
I did my deal like 03, 04. Luda was already hot. Nigga, what? Nigga, man, I don't know now. Think about that, bro. If I would have came out now, oh man, I wouldn't even be sitting here, nigga. I'd be somewhere.
You got a microphone right here.
Yeah,
we got speakers all around. We can play some
doing
beat.
my thing now. I'll be y'all niggas right. Fuck y'all little niggas up now if I come out, nigga.
We got Aaron right here.
I gotta go back in the
You
time
get a verse
machine.
with Aaron.
I need to be like
We got Los here. You can drop a beat.
Young. I gotta be like 19, 20. 19, I gotta be 20. I gotta be young, get my shit off. I'll be killing these little niggas, man. Y'all niggas whack. Get y'all shit together. We need to know where the next cat's at, man.
On that same topic, we have a clip here from Redman.
My dog.
And Redman is over here talking about the difference between generations, the old school and new school, like some of the differences he sees. I'll just play it from right here. We'll play just a clip of it.
Hip hop for me is compromising who you are and what you believe in. That is the goal. Like for me, like I never compromise. I never compromise what I believed in, who I am, how I move, the fabric that I work. I never compromise that for no business or no amounts of money. I like to show integrity. If it's not integrity, if it don't have nothing to do with the soul and the spirit, I don't fuck with it. Feel me? I don't care what it is or how much money it's for.
You represent old school hip hop, like no other one's for you. Old school with new school, the biggest difference.
The biggest difference is, I think, it's the respect. We respected the era before us. I think the eras now are not really looking back at where they came from. You feel me? So I think that's just it.
And what is for Redman personally?
Do you agree with that? Do you feel like the difference between old school and new school, previous era and this era, is that in your era or Redman's era, they respected the people that came before him, and these people, this generation doesn't have that same respect?
I think it's not even a respect thing. I think it's interest. I think we're so money centric, and that wherever we can see that we can make the most money, and we're gonna do that. So young people are saying, "Oh, I can put on my YouTube and I can stream from the house and do silly shit with my friends and make money." That's easier than getting in here trying to rap. And then everybody's complaining about the business of music. Oh, YouTube pay this. Oh, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's money more than respect. Shout out to Redman. He's one of the executive producers of Kumbaya project that's coming out. Shout out to him though, and he's right. He definitely he lives that because she is straight hip hop, and the fact that he's got behind that project and working with her, shout out to salute him. But yeah, I think it's definitely more about the interest. I don't think people are interested in what's happening because it doesn't make interest. The money's not there, not the same. You know, you can go, okay, I put this song out, and then I hear my favorite artist that I love constantly talk about, I'm getting taken advantage of. I don't have no money. I'm seeing, you know what I mean? But then I'm seeing streamers that are going to stream, and it's more transparent. The transparency. I mean, I've said it to you about how we conduct business on YouTube, the transparency of us being able to see everything that's going on. It's not like that with music. You know what I mean? You don't know YouTube shows you what's happening, who's watching it, how much it's make. We don't get that transparency as artists. The labels don't tell us that type of stuff. But now with social media, that's another thing that's beautiful with social media is you can see your analytics. You can as an artist, if you're independent, you can see who's watching your stuff. Not even independent, but just period. You can see your analytics, and that's an advantage to what's happening today. So I think it's more things for people to do to make money, and it's less people gravitating to like trying to make music to do that. The passion ain't the same as a way to get out.
Let's know what you think about this in the comment section. All right. So, let me do this.
The third person.
All right. So we got a couple options for stories left. We got this HaHa Davis thing, which is kind of crazy. I've watched these people. I've watched social media be divided on this topic. We've also got the UFC at the White House.
You can do them both. It don't take long.
My man said what he said about Michelle.
Hey, yo, check this out. Man, forget about that. Yo, listen to me, man, because I can't beat you up because you're a professional fighter. But, man, for you to get up there and talk about that man's wife, somebody you probably never met, somebody that was not only she was the first lady of this country, right? She was the first of her kind to be a black woman to be in that position. And for you to pick that moment at the White House to say that says everything that I need to know about this person. Anybody, right, that I know that I'm cool with, that supports dude, please, let's never speak again. I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to talk to you. I ain't rocking with you, because that's probably one of the most disrespectful things I ever seen. I don't dislike anybody, but if it was somebody that I disliked, I wouldn't say that about whoever they chose to be with. That was just out of pocket, and he need his ass whooped. And I'm praying that there's somebody.
His name is Josh Hockett or Hockett.
Yeah, he need his ass
whooped. Hockett.
And he need his ass whooped. If there's some type of cancellation that can happen, his money's supposed to get docked for that. Like, that was irresponsible, and that was totally disrespectful. And then where you was, you are on the property of the White House. You're talking about one of our elected officials, a loved elected official at that. You're talking about his wife, right? You are outside of your pocket. You out of your lane. And my thing is, this administration always talks about how Trump is criticized, how his wife is criticized. I would hope that something comes out from him, which I won't be surprised if it doesn't, but I would hope that he would condemn that conversation, because that was absolutely disgusting. I don't think he's gonna do it. I don't think so either, but I'm just saying, I said I would hope. Just like we would hope Jay wouldn't. Right. I
hope Jay wouldn't undercut movements by his own people,
I
but
hope he
always right on
I
time.
hope he don't say it's not time to kneel. I hope don't say that. Just get the job, my nigga. I hope, Cause dog, that strategy is crazy. That's so crazy what he do.
Yeah, it's a strategy at this
It's
point.
so crazy.
It's disgusting.
So hold on, wait a minute. Oh, so Papa John said they hate niggas.
Okay.
Go do a deal
We
with
gonna
Papa
do a
John.
Papa John's.
I
To
can
tell
bring-
niggas to go
I
back
can
to.
make niggas like you again.
That's messed up. But on this topic right here, though, Dana White came out and said, "I'm completely against saying nasty and false things about people's families. Everyone knows my position on free speech, but I hate that kind of nonsense." Right. So Dana White has said something. There's a video of after the fight, after that guy Josh Hawkins says that. There's a video of Trump sitting octagon side, I guess it's called octagon side,
Mhm.
taking off the chain that Josh Hawkins gave him.
Oh, good.
So that happened. I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to say anything about it. But all of this stuff comes from their, that's his community. He's got to know this.
That's another thing, as I was saying earlier about even like we were talking about the Miss Hummus, what she was saying with Boosie.
Yeah.
When Boosie says certain things, you basically give certain people because they don't know how to even they don't even know how to communicate what they got going on in their brain because they're not intelligent enough to convey a message that's not going to hurt other people. So this dude, because these certain ideologies that's been pressed and put upon him, he's heard these theories of whatever you want to say about this lady. He felt it necessary to get on that platform, and he thought he was doing something. He thought that shit was really cute and funny. But that tell you that the type of people that he got around him. You know what I'm saying? He has an irresponsible group of people around him that would not.
Well, that's his base.
Yeah, but I'm talking about his own personal infrastructure, his team.
That's their base.
I'm saying
I feel like these are those type of people. Do you think differently about that?
Well, I'm saying I don't know.
I can definitely see Stephen Miller being like, "Yo, go up there and say that."
I don't even know who that is. So you know these people better than me. I'm just saying but it does tell you that you have people around you. It's certain, for instance, it's certain things that I know. If I said that was disrespectful, I know I got friends that's gonna call and be like, "Hey, bro, what the hell you talking about?" I got people that would check me on something that I think about what I have to say to make sure I express it correctly. So that because I know when you say something here on this forum, you have to say it right or it can be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because people that know me know where my heart is, but somebody just hearing me speak, they could take it the wrong way. So I have to speak properly when I say something. And that let me know by him saying that. There's no proper way to say what he said. So, but that just let me know the type of people that he got around him. And everybody that condones that type of conversation about somebody like that, that's just he need his ass whooped. Like why can we get somebody? Is somebody better than him? I want to see that fight. Can he fight John Jones? If there's a reason for John Jones to come on back, John Jones, you got a reason now. Dog.
Right.
We all with you, baby. We need you to beat this nigga into his teeth. We see all them shits lined up. We got dentists coming to pick him up and see if we can put him back in his mouth after you done knocked them all out. Right. He needs his ass whooped.
Everybody's been speaking up. Even Dave Portnoy came out and said that Trump needs to make a statement.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. At the White House, on the White House lawn.
Dog, dude took a piss on the lawn. He took a piss and shit on the lawn. He shitted on the lawn.
That fighter?
Yes. I'm saying that's what
in general. Okay.
In general.
Look, at his weigh-in, he came saying he was drunk and throwing up on himself. So pissing and shitting on the lawn doesn't seem like it's even out of pocket, out of the range of possibilities.
That's what that is, though. You disrespecting the house. You disrespected America. You disrespected the citizens of America. That's not what we about here. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
there we go. Yeah, watch your phrasing there. Reel that one back in.
Well,
reel that back in.
That's not what we about on the third verse of Country Nights. We ain't about that. We inclusive. We love people over here. You know what I'm saying? And if we listen, this is the thing. It's a lot of things people do that I don't agree with. You know. But that is just absolutely atrocious.
That's disgusting.
It's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we talked about that. I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot that happened. I like to let stuff like that just be out of my mind. But That is
it's disgusting. I think it's also emblematic of the UFC, and I'm not saying that necessarily that everybody who enjoys the UFC agrees with this type of commentary, but this UFC is very much a safe space for this type of commentary and these type of opinions. Also, again, it's taking place on the White House lawn. Costs $60 million of taxpayer dollars to secure this thing. This is one of the craziest, most unnecessary spectacles that I've seen personally, but also emblematic of what I view as a crumbling empire. This looks like some crazy, give them circus and cake and they'll forget about all their problems type of distractions. And even when you have the opportunity to let people just forget about all the problems that's going on in the world with the UFC fight, here comes this guy, Hunte, taking, the cheapest shots possible on such a grand and ceremonious stage. You know what I mean? It's just really whack. It's really terrible all the way through.
The third thirst.
And then we have this story from Ha Davis. You told me about this morning, or yesterday you told me about it. And I actually looked at the video clip, and people are really split on this. And so I'll play a clip of this. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but Ha Davis, the comedian, viral comedian for a long time, sat down for a long conversation with Shannon Sharpe. And during their conversation, which I can't seem to find now. Where is that? Is that it? Or is this one? It should be this one. During the conversation, Ha Davis talks about a situation with him and his wife or his longtime partner when his experience with swinging, when they were swinging. So here's a piece of the conversation.
I mean, what if somebody like me sweat? You know what I'm saying? Full play. Yeah. You know what? You want this other one? You just did.
Ain't no way you could be in the same. You got to be in another room and just to put it in your mind. Well, I know what he's doing. Blah blah blah. So forth. So ain't no way you could watch that.
That's all right. You look. I seen it one time. I never. Man, I'm talking here in there with dog walking her. In full control of your old lady.
That man, he had the rabbit riders on to come up out of there.
Dog walking her.
Come on, Ha.
Then they called the police. I'm the homegirl though.
All right. So here's the end of it.
Because you have to leave after that. Ha. She said she had a good time. You got to go.
She said, "Man, I had a time last night." I said, "You said what?"
You what?
I had me a time last. Well, she on the homegirl though. She don't know I'm still in the house. Yeah, I had me a time last night. I say, oh, I set this up. I'm the fool.
Let me get this straight.
I set this up. I'm the fool. Now, look, people have the type of relationships that they have, and that's all good. But the story here is Ha-Ha's wife was not happy with what he said. And so Ha Davis released a statement. And he said, "Sorry if I hurt you. They took a joke and me look crazy sometime. Being a comedian don't always translate. My love for you is stronger than anything. I'm sorry I hurt you. This was never for you, baby girl." And so comments are all over the place on this. Like a lot of people are looking at him as being wrong for sharing their business in that regard. People are also looking at this as she's wrong for forcing him to apologize for sharing his truth and vulnerabilities that he felt. Where do you fall on this?
If she has a problem with it, then it's a problem because that's who he married to.
Right. He's
supposed to know his wife well enough to know he shouldn't do that. That showed that their relationship is in breakdown anyway.
Yeah.
Because you in a relationship with somebody, you know what they're for and what they're not for. If you married, I would think, right? Yeah. That means that they're not. Their communication is not on point. And most comedians tell jokes about their personal lives, right?
Right.
But they do so under the term of, I'm sure, where their wives or their spouses are comfortable with what they're going to say. So it's not for me to say what they should or shouldn't be doing in their lives, period. It ain't really my business, but he was trying to make a joke of it. I knew listening to that when he was talking, and I don't know any woman that would have, I don't know, it's not too many women that would be cool with him talking about what they got going on. Because if jokes, even though they are jokes, and we still take them as the truth. the funniest jokes are the ones that we think is the real. So for you to get on Shannon Sharp, one of the biggest platforms, you know, and you talk about your wife that got family, you know what I'm saying? They got friends. Does she have children? And you telling a story about y'all, what y'all doing intimately, that is foul. And it let me know that he don't have as much material because you thought it was cool to go on Shannon Sharp's show to talk about a situation that's very, 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 very personal like that. You got to have more material. And it wasn't even that funny because I had heard Kevin Hart kind of do it. He was talking about his homeboy because he went on the Pivot podcast and did the same joke. So Haha just remixed it. So if y'all go to the Pivot podcast when Kevin Hart was on it, and he talked about when his boy went to one of them swingers joints, and he watched his wife get torn out the frame. That's where Haha Davis got the joke from. You know, a lot of comedians just remix jokes, so that's where it came from, the original place. Or he might have really did it. To each his own. But I thought he was out of pocket. What you think?
There was another point. I didn't catch the thing that you just said right there about Kevin Hart. So there was another part of that conversation where he was talking about how he was taking jokes from someone else, like skits from someone else. So Haha definitely has an originality issue if this isn't a real thing. What does stand out to me, though, one, this is a relationship, and this person, half of this relationship, took things that happened within this relationship and they shared them publicly. You know what I mean? Which is a problem immediately. Second of all, I don't know if this is true or not, but I know I'm not that type of person. You know, I couldn't have that type of relationship. You know, going to swingers parties and things like that. Like that's not even something that would be on the table for someone like me. And I also think that, you know, like for the people who do live that kind of lifestyle, like the respect I have for them is really high, actually, because for me, when I get a thought that I don't like in my head, it has a very real impact on how I treat that person that is connected to that thought. And I can't even see how a relationship that I'm in would survive something like that. I've had relationships that have had cheating in there, and I wasn't able to get past it to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? So that's the other thing I saw when I looked at that. You know, I couldn't tell if he was joking or not because of the way he was delivering it. I couldn't tell if he was hurt or not. You know what I'm saying? I know that he apologized to his wife, so I could tell that she was hurt, you know, and I think that's really unfortunate. But when I see this, when I saw that situation, I was like, oh man, like I can't even imagine myself in that situation. Like, you know, out of like agreeing to be in that situation, I just couldn't even see it.
I just don't, what I don't want to do ever, and I think I've said it here, is try to tell people what they should or shouldn't do in their relationship. I like how you just phrased. You have a great deal of respect on how the people should do it. I think everybody's relationship should be what they want it to be. No, am I running out here? Me and mine's like niggas just gonna be knocking mines off. I ain't right with that. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But it's not our business. What you doing in the comfort of your home with your lady, or y'all girls doing with your man, like. Or if y'all dudes that do it with another, that ain't none of my business what y'all got going on. I don't want to know. That, like, what are we doing? Do I tell you how I go to the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? So I unzip my zipper slow. Right before I pull it down.
Were you not talking about bidets on here at one point in time?
No, that's different.
Wait a minute. I think
wait.
I'm joking.
No.
You did say the bidets though.
Well, I'm saying as an adult, we spending all this money. Bidets, you can get you a nice bidet for $250, $50. You get a really, like, I'm talking about a really nice one for $300. So I'm gonna recommend soap. I'm gonna recommend water to clean some shit. You should be clean. Fair enough. Can't recommend people to clean.
That's good.
I'm talking about how people conduct themselves in their relationship. You don't want people to be clean out here, Justin.
I'm just saying,
you want people to have a
look.
Dog, toilet paper does not do the job, bro.
I think you answered the question well.
I'm just saying, water. Why do we take showers? Because water does a better job than just wiping it off. If
Right.
that was the case, we'd just be going in the bathroom, no water, get some toilet paper, just wiping our arms.
Right.
Did you take a shower? Yeah,
I did.
I wiped it down. I got the Charmin.
Right.
Scrub my shit. What is that doing? Think about the concept of toilet paper with no water. You just wiping. What's going on? What we just smushing it around. Ain't no cleaning. Ain't no cleaning.
Oh,
It took us all these years to know toilet paper is terrible. It's good once you cleaned it off to wipe it once it's clean. If I get toilet paper right now with no water and I got dirt on my body and I just wipe the area where the dirt is with the toilet paper.
Right.
Yes, I have some dirt on the toilet paper, but is my arm clean at that point? I'm asking a question.
I would say no.
Exactly. So what am I doing? Wiping my butt after I do some. Can we all agree that's not? It doesn't. It's waste.
I'm just pointing out the fact that
I'm just saying.
You're elevating people with the bidet suggestion.
I'm suggesting people clean their ass right.
But now people are also thinking about you going to the bathroom with your bidet.
But my point is, I'm elevating us as a culture. We've been bamboozled to believe that you can get some white toilet paper and it's gonna get rid of everything. See, that's that white people shit. If it was black, they would market it that way. White toilet paper gets rid of everything. You see what I'm saying? That's not true. You need water and soap. See, the bidet provides water. Now, what they need to do, this is the idea. They need to have a bidet that has soap in it, so it shoots out soap water. That way, when you it's soap water on that thing. Then when you come back, then you do a rinse. You see what I'm saying? Then you wipe with the toilet paper. You feel me? Come on, baby.
Oh gosh.
Now we talking about real life.
Okay.
That's real life. That's what HaHa David should have been.
That's what he should have been talking about.
Should have been talking about.
Shouldn't be talking about no swinger party.
Man,
people on the bidets.
You on Shannon Sharp show talking about somebody laying a sledgehammer to your wife. Are you crazy?
Insane.
Are you out of your? And you sitting there watching it hurt. That's what you decided. Talking about this a joke. Nah, dog. We black folk. Man.
If it's a joke, I did not see the humor in how it was delivered.
Are you crazy?
Like away from the concept itself. If he had delivered it like it was funny, I'd be laughing. Did he not look hurt to you?
He is hurt.
He looked hurt to me.
He's still hurt.
I'm
hurt for him.
Yeah.
Dog, you just sitting in the room. You sitting in the room watching wifey get. Come on.
Yeah.
You saying to yourself, do she sound like that with me? Divorce.
Right.
It's over.
Yeah, no. I'm not that type of person.
Who is? He ain't that type of person.
I don't think I could have made it after the event. Like,
he ain't that type of person.
Hey, just to let you know. I tried. My mind, you are losing to my mind every time I see you. So I'm either gonna have to punish you mentally punish you quietly without you knowing. And you be prepared for explosions of frustration that you don't understand, or it's better we just separate right now before this turns into something toxic. Let's just separate. I am now mentally scarred. You are not the same person that it used to be. Right. And it's not your fault. I said, okay, go do it. It was my decision. I made a bad one. And now the repercussions are, in my mind, you are no longer the same person. And I have to go deal with that.
He is at the house when after that moment they go home, he's slamming all the cabinets in the kitchen, the refrigerator slam, all the doors slamming.
Right.
The next morning they wake up, it's like, good morning, honey. The morning don't seem that good to me, bitch.
Right. Seriously.
It ain't that good to me.
That's how that goes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
or be cool with it. You know what I mean? But he wasn't cool with it.
But it's a lot of people, that's how they move.
Yeah.
You know, you have whole porn stars that have husbands and wives.
Yeah.
I mean, Adam 22.
But that's what I mean. I have respect for people who are both down with it. You know what I mean? Because it's a example of trust. It's a great example of honesty. You know what I'm saying? It is two people who are on the same page. Like in my mind, there's nothing more important for a relationship than both of y'all being on the same page about what it is that you guys want and you don't want. You know what I mean? Like there's security in who they are as individuals. With certain people, these are public figures, so security about who they are out projecting out to the world. Like that in general is something that I respect greatly when I see people who are able to find that.
I won't say the man's name.
Okay.
He was the bus driver on one of our tours.
Okay.
For one of my artists.
Yeah.
The Cutter's still in here. This is a real story.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name's a white man. He's from a country hick town. So, you know, we just one night, we just kicking it, just sitting at the front of the bus. I'm just talking. I'm talking to him. I guess he got comfortable with us, man. And he got to telling us how he paid a dude $100 every week to come down there and knock his wife off, and he watched. He got to talking about it. And Cutter had made a joke like, "Yeah, I come out and slang some iron on your wife, but you can't watch." And he was like, I'm gonna watch Cutter and bust a nut on your head. He was basically saying he wanted to see Cutter have sex with his wife and he get off on Cutter while he's doing his wife. This is a real man. It's a real person, regular dude, bus driver.
Yes.
Super great human. His wife came. She was totally having, like, it was normal. It was that part of their lives.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He the one who put me onto lot lizards. I didn't know what that is.
What's a lot lizard? What is that?
So at a truck stop, they have women that solicit themselves for sex, and because lizards with the tongue, they do a lot of, so they call them lot lizards. Okay. And all they do is go around to the men in the different trucks and service them, and they pay them. So basically a prostitute at a truck stop. Yeah. So they call them lot lizards.
Wow.
He put me on to that.
Wow.
I'm not gonna say the man ain't white man, country as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was talking about, I pay him on $100. He come over there every week and do my wife. I love it.
Oh my God.
He basically, like, that was he was so much joy coming out of his face. This is a regular man.
But this is what, but this is what I'm saying. Like, if people could find happiness, unity, pleasure, joy, that's amazing.
And his wife, you would not think, these are grown people. They were older than us. I'm talking about 50s.
Mm.
These were adults. 50 years. This man is in his 50s, or he had to be like, he had no hair, so it was balding. He had the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So his wife was just a regular, looked like Paula Deen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just regular white woman.
Mm.
You would not look at this couple thinking that
looking like Nancy Reagan.
That the neighbor down there just pulling up. Hey y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, come on in. I got the cornbread ready.
My dad told me this one story. This in South Carolina. You know, I went to high school, grew up in South Carolina. And so I would come back home to my dad's house, my parents' house. My house. Wow, it's crazy. He's moved now, so it's even weird in my head how to talk about this. But I come back home to my dad. You know, my dad are hanging out, and he would just say these random things sometimes that just ended someplace I didn't expect. And so we were having this conversation, and he was like, "Yeah, Justin, you know, one of the things that really frustrates me is that, you know, if you see the bushes on the side of the house, you know, the bushes are technically on our neighbor's side, our property line, but when he comes to cut the bushes, he only cuts his half of the bushes. But all the bushes are his bushes because they're on his property line. Mm. I can't get rid of these bushes, so he has to cut the bushes. But he's too busy letting all these black guys come over and fuck his wife every day to even care about what I'm talking about. Oh. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought we were talking about lawn care. Apparently, that was what's happening next door.
Hey, and let me not just, this ain't just for it's some men out here that's, so my okay. Ooh, this is wild. So it's this dude, one of the buildings I stayed at downtown LA. I'm not gonna say which one because I don't.
Okay.
So every time I would get in the elevator with this dude, he was like an out of shape white man, kind of taller or whatever. Mm. But he would always be with these buff black dudes, like super buff. Like, I'm talking about like all they do is they protein all day, like buff, right? I'm thinking they his trainers. So come to find out, dude was married. The guy was married in that apartment. The only reason he had that condo was because this is those men, and his wife knew. He would go there with the men, and they knock him off. The men would be, or he hitting them. So this whole time thinking they training, you know what I'm saying? Because all the dudes had on like, they look like they just fresh out the gym, like Lou Ferrigno, like swole niggas. I'm like, all right, what's up, dog? But you know, the maintenance staff know everything, and the people at the front desk. So you know, I'm always good, you know, to the people, tipping them and whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting at the front desk. Not gonna say the front desk dude name. I'm like, yeah, man, that's nice. He's like, that dude's sick, man. That guy's sick. I'm like, what are you talking? Nah, this guy, man, he just comes in here, pays these guys, man, doing whatever to them, man. The guy's sick. I'm like, what? So he got the details of why he was. Man, dude had a whole racket going on. Just a regular, like a regular white man, you wouldn't even think.
Yeah.
Dude just popping up with buff dudes, man. Buff black man. He loved the black man. That's all he does, man. He's sick. His wife knows too. They a sick family, man. I'm like, so they be hitting him. Nah, they hit him. He's the one. She watched him. I'm like, oh snap.
Wow.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
It's people, dog, some people that got wild lies. And the dude at the front desk was so frustrated by it. The family's sick, bro. Come in there, she's watching this. I'm telling you, man, he's a sick man. Don't stay away from him, man. Dude, that's sick.
I was watching this video the other day. It was this chick giving relationship advice, you know, this video. And one of them was like, there's 8 billion people in the world. Trust me, you can find someone who's into the stuff that you're into.
That's true.
They found it.
Yeah.
That guy found it. They found each other.
it. So that was that's real stories between the bus driver and old boy coming up out every day, dog.
Crazy.
Super swole.
Word up.
Man.
Word up. We got any more super chats?
We got 2.
This guy. We're just gonna round out the show right here.
We have 2.
Yo, we covered all the topics, by the way.
We did it.
We almost never do that. We
Can't
almost
wait
never
for-
cover all the topics that we have scheduled to talk about. We understand when we get
I'm
to
trying to get better at like letting you talk. I get random texts during the show to yeah, okay. Like I got a text right now, get out of there. Like I got a text like, get out. I'm like, yeah, I do need to get out of there.
Yeah. Start telling too many crazy tales. The whole show's totally different now.
It's wild out here.
It's wild out here. It's wild in South Carolina.
On the topic we just got off of there, from K-Way for real, spending thousands of dollars on a wedding just to let another man come give your wife rug burn is beyond me. It's evil to live backwards.
Evil to live backwards.
Well, but see, what you have to understand is it's just like food. Some people like cauliflower, some people like broccoli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, you know, some people.
Yeah, if they're into it together, they both agree. I get it. My issue, the bigger issue I have is when someone is actually cheating. To me is the bigger issue. I don't feel like there's technically anything wrong with what HaHa and his wife are doing or whatever the driver does or whatever, if they're both cool with it. In the HaHa's case, it turns out I guess he really wasn't that cool with it. But with me, no.
I think you should have came with a better name too.
HaHa Davis.
I mean, I just got it. What up, HaHa? Like I just don't. We can't.
It does feel like low hanging fruit.
HaHa, ha 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 ha.
Right.
Like,
but maybe it's because, you know, he's grown up in like the digital age where you just write ha 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 a bunch of times. Like you don't feel like reaching for the emoji, you just write ha 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 ha. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, that's like a dude calling himself sensual. It's just an uncomfortable name to say. Ha ha sensual. What up, sensual? What up, ha ha? I mean, they're both uncomfortable but for two different reasons. They just uncomfortable.
Right.
From Will Thompson Fargo.
Big Will Thompson.
Big Will Thompson, what's happening?
He said, to Tale of Two Cities Black Friday flow. I'm yelling stat quote for president. He probably put the big three in the residence. I'm in the White House balling black top bumping Mr. Morale. God bless Americans.
That's hard right there.
That's hard. That boy got flow.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, he's worked on it. You give him tips.
Oh, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, so this is another thing for everybody that's that got music submissions. Aaron's been working hard on this. We're basically creating our own platform where we're gonna be taking people that make music. You guys are gonna be able to submit it to us. We'll be able to help you, me, DJ, and Justin, to give you our professional opinions on how you can better your career if it's something you choose to do. Just because the overwhelming of people asking questions and hitting me up or whatever. So Aaron's putting everything together. Aaron he's fast, but he's slow. Give him time. He's working. It's ready. He's working. Just like the audio was ready today, it wasn't. So it is what it is. But yeah, we working on that. We're gonna put that together for people that want to do their thing. Oh, anyway, somebody just said K-Way last.
Another super chat from 504_Scooby. K-Way last super chat was wild.
Evil to live backwards evil, doggy style. Look at K-Way.
K-Way is crazy. Dude is crazy, man. Hey, yo, before we go though, I want to understand if K-Way can ask right now. Like, I want to understand his page because he's playing music the whole time. Sometimes he does like AI music that he writes. So is he not able to? He can't monetize on there, huh? So because he's playing the music. Because I know other people that have those type of channels. Can they not like?
We could ask K-Way how he does it. I know he has a Mixcloud account, so he's in my mind. I think what he's doing is spinning someplace else, and it just connects to his YouTube.
Well, the one I see, he be like in the car driving around, and he'll come in and say something every once in a while, like because he's showing like the scenery, or wherever he's at in a particular place. I would be interested to. I hope he's
to see what his model is
still in here, yeah, to understand like how are you going about doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he plays some dope shit, especially when he get into his 90s.
Yeah.
And also, I know it's not an R&B thing, but K1, that the girl that was attached to Kalani, she got a project coming out. Y'all make sure y'all go support that. She making really good music right now.
That's what's up.
I know this is not it's R&B, but
make sure you guys support Nick Grant.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Top 3 album of the year.
Nick Grant. We gotta have it. Yo, that's who we should have on too on Thursday too.
Yeah, I'll hit him up.
Hit Nick and then maybe Glasses.
Yeah.
And then before if DJ decide to come on, we'll see what's going on too.
He'll be there. It's Thursday.
I mean, you never know. you never know, man. More millions, man. He's out making more millions.
That's true. He might be on the road.
He might be on.
He was on the road last time.
Exactly. He was in Atlanta.
And he came through.
He did.
Because it's Thursday.
No.
This is all makeup. This isn't how the conversation goes at all. Like,
Yeah,
but that just happens to be the streak. He's on a Thursday streak. That's like when you say like someone's on like a winning streak. Thursday streak. Streaking on a Thursday.
You know the first question I'm gonna ask Nick Grant?
What?
Is how does he push through knowing that he's underappreciated? That's my number one question for anybody that with that skill set. Same thing I might ask Glasses.
Yeah.
Same thing I ask Simba. Like when you have an elite skill set in rap,
right?
Like these guys have, how do you push through? Because I couldn't push through. I couldn't do it. Like Saha the Prince. Like how do you push through knowing you're an elite spitter and you're so undervalued and underappreciated by the general people?
Yeah.
And people that aren't as good as you get making more money than you, get more success. And then those people are calling you to help them with their shit.
Right. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Anybody else? Word up. Thank you for rocking with us. Third verse.
Whatever you wanna know, whoever you wanna see, the place you all need to be, the place you can't leave, the seed that plants seeds, the place you allowed to talk free. Whatever you wanna know, whoever you wanna see, the place you all need to be, the place you can't leave, the seed that plants seeds, the place you allowed to talk free.